style and charm, she's a stunner. Flipping through gossip, the latest craze. Trying him to cook, oh how they dazzle they We keep it real, spilling the truth. In our circle of acquaintances, always from lipstick shades to celebs, we sharing the vibe, feel the energetic breeze. Page by page, we turn our worlds, sit still and strong, and life unfurled.
Hey, 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 ladies and gents. Don't look like I'm on mute. Happy Wednesday, okay? And it's WIN, okay? Because we winning, right? We talking about the losers, okay? And I got my little, y'all see I got me some new artwork, sure. It say enter to win, baby. So if you hear you already a winner, all right? How's everybody doing? It's hump day. It's the middle of the week. I gotta ask y'all a favor for one of our ladies that sit here on the front porch with us asking for prayers. They are well, they've already had it at this point. I missed the message from this morning because I don't be checking my messages over on Instagram. So y'all put one hand up, the other hand up, and bring it together for prayer for one of our ladies. Had surgery this morning, and they asked for us to pray for them. And we always come together and do that for our sisters and brothers from the chat. I'm not gonna drop their name. If they come in here and drop it, then that's okay. But they had surgery this morning. I'm hoping everything went well. They just sent the message and asked for us to pray for them here on the front porch. And we don't mind doing that. That's free 99, right? Long as you're not doing one of them Nesto prayers, we okay, right? Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Real quick, porch talk. I have not circled back around to South Fulton, but I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, like Mayor Kobe, we watched the body cam, we've watched a few of their meetings. He has decided to remove himself from the mayor candidacy over there in South Fulton. He's no longer running. The last time we talked about him, he had been evicted, or he got an eviction notice because he had not paid his rent. So we have a follow-up from Mayor Kobe. He decided to remove himself from the race. He's no longer running. Okay. And speed over to Dalton. They have a meeting tonight with the new mayor, Jason House. He's no longer Mayor Pro Tem. He's actually the mayor. Wish them well. I'm probably not gonna cover them unless something pop off, like Tiff go to jail, she's arrested, something big. Because they got a lot of work to do over there, and this is his first meeting. So, I feel like this is, it's nothing really to cover. Tiff high now, baby. I did confirm last night that she really was evicted out of that the lady that was she had came to the YouTube streets. I cannot remember her name, but she was, her and Kamal were living in her home. I don't really believe they were living there, but they had a lease and they had not paid the rent. She went through the courts and tried to have them evicted. Tiff paid up. Okay, her and Kamal paid up, and they remained in the home. Now, I think Tiff was using that address to rerun for mayor because she don't actually live in Dalton. But I heard the judge finally signed off on the eviction, so they have to, vacate the premises. by a certain date and time. I had heard it as a rumor, but I was able to verify yesterday that last night that it's true. That they have to get up out of there, whether they're living in there or not. They have to vacate the premises, and the landlord can take her property back. If she want to sell it, she can sell it. If she want to re-rent it out, she can do so. I'm happy for her. What else I heard about Tiff Tiff? Other than her being MIA. Oh, that server guy, the super server. I saw him over there in one of the groups saying, Tiffany, Tiffany, where are you? Like he's coming for her. So she may have another subpoena or somebody's trying to serve her. He didn't deny or confirm. It was kind of creepy, but he said he looking for her. So she may be either receiving another summons or somebody trying to serve her to let her know something. And I'm sure we will find out. We will find out. You're driving, be safe. Those were like 2 updates I have for y'all. And child, this Smokey Robinson thing has kind of intrigued me. It done piqued my interest. So I'm gonna get the documents for that. I listened to Simone and darn Jamie, I think it's Jamie, discuss it. So I want to get the documents so I can read through them, child. So I'll try to get them tomorrow. I had a busy day today at work. I'll try to get them tomorrow. And then we'll go through because I want to know. They went through and read a lot of things, but I want to read for myself. I want to look at them. I want to get my hands on them. So I'm going to get Smokey's documents. We talked about that last night. That's a follow-up for Smokey. But from what I was hearing, I just think these some disgruntled former employees that may be over here. Maybe they're on a work visa, baby. I don't know. But I'm interested in the case now. I want to see how things gonna play out. I don't know if Smokey may settle with them, give them a little change to get rid of them. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna get those documents on tomorrow. I should have an easier day tomorrow at work, child, so I could play around. And I still got to come back and do something with Diddy because I do have his jury his jury instructions. We want to talk about that, so I'll probably try to do that tomorrow. I need to get on Diddy because right now they're just trying to pick jurors. He's going to have 12 jurors and 6 alternates. And I have another case that I'm trying to work on too that I think y'all will be interested in. Sure, they just been working me at work, child. They trying to get all their little pennies out of me, all their little coins out of me. Anything else I missed that was breaking news today? Because Smokey almost took me out. I said Smokey was up there doing the dirty wine, baby. They said, I got you. Charges for Mary. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. That was my phone. I'll turn it down. Okay. And I do have a recommendation for a video. I got your request. I gotta find it and pull it. We definitely gonna get into it. I love the recommendations. It's for Nesto, Nesto and Company and Family Chore. And I did see the breaking news about Tyree Nichols. Rest in peace, young man. All 3 ex-Memphis officers were cleared. They were found not guilty. Let me speak to y'all. And we're going to get into it. The video that we were supposed to do the other day that I didn't have ready, we're going to get into it today. And that's Daryl, little Daryl. Hey, Eve has many faces. Hey, listen to me. Welcome. Hey, Sunshine. Can't watch now. Definitely will catch the replay. Thank you for just dropping in and letting us know that you're gonna catch the replay. I appreciate it, Sunshine. Hey, Nola. Hey, Sanders. Hey, Miss Buckeye. And I did talk to Shan for the ones that's been looking for her. She said she has not been getting her notifications. So I made sure I sent her a message and she said she will be here. Hey, Sonya Boots. Hey, Chanel. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal. Hey, Nestos. Thank you for being here and modding for me on today. Hey, a lady gonna be in the bushes. Miss E is at Bible study. Hey, Sassy Sue. Hey, Jay Blake. Hey, Miss J.E.J. Hey, Black Rose. Hey, Sammy Cake. Hey, Town Town. Hey, Eve. Hey, Jim Chick. Hey, Florida Girl 813. Hey, Vic to the Veil. Thank you for being here and modding for me today. And also thank you for reading the messages with me on yesterday, too. They did not send me my messages today, Vicky. It's like I got a 48-hour turnaround time or something. They are hot commodity right now. So hopefully I'll get them tomorrow. Hey, Miss Veronica. Hey, let's talk about it. Oh, did I speak to hey, I'm free to be me. I can't remember if I spoke to you earlier. Hey, April B. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I'm driving, can't type too much, but prayers for them. Thank you. Hey, only the only black but not bitter. Hey, Mons. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Baby, Tiff on the rock. Hey, Juju D. Hey, Karen. Jedediah in jail up there in Flint, Michigan. Sure. Hey, I said what I said. Hey, Tanya, be here. Hey, Say J. Hey, Juju D. Hey, there she go. Hey, Sherry with a Y. Child, Sherry with the I in the E tickle me in the replay game. Oh, there go Miss E. Miss E, I told the people you was at Bible study. Hey, Latita, how you doing? Miss E and Vicky, and I said what I said. They can hold it down. I can hold it down, sure. We ain't got no smoke over here on the front porch. Yeah, I just saw the news. My people in Memphis all got sent home early. Oh, they think it may be some retaliation. Okay, if you're from Memphis, Tennessee, or in the vicinity of that area, guys, be safe. Okay, you think they're gonna be rioting, Latita? Hey, Sleepy Libra. Hey, everybody. Hey, Aldiva 60. Hey, Rossi. Hey, Joanna. Oh, here until 7. Okay. Hey, Mistress Monica. Hey, Ebony in the bushes working. Such a shame them officers got off. I didn't really follow it like that. Um, I don't know why, but this time I usually follow them and just see what's going on. But I did look at a clip and then I asked one of my friends just to break it down for me, and they did. Hey, Elsie, deep in the bushes. Are you deep in the bushes like Dre? Hey, honey, say that. Hey, Design and Decor, how you doing? Hey, Duchess, I love the name. Cooking, listening in the bushes. Bang. Now, you know you can't just drop up in here talking about you cooking. I want to know what you cooking. Oh, there goes Sherry with the I and the E. I was just talking about you. Hey, Jennifer. I'm from Memphis, but live in Atlanta. I'm not sure what has happened. Yeah, they were found not guilty, all three of those officers. Y'all know I'm mad as hell about that verdict. Oh, my friend was mad too. That's how I kind of knew about it. How's your son feeling, Elsie? What's wrong with else? Did I miss her comment yesterday? The people I know said their employer sent them home just in case. I haven't heard anything yet. Okay. Just a question. How does a person assault you at their home, which is where you work, and you keep going back to that home to work for years? Just a question. Okay, you hold on right there. You hold on 1 minute. What's on the menu, bank? Yeah, that's what I want to know. I don't follow either. Sometimes those stories get into my spirit. I know Friday. Hey, Muffin. And I think maybe during that time, I don't know if I had a lot going on or it just was a lot going on news wise that I just didn't follow it. They may still get some Fed time. Okay, so the feds can pick it up. I'm very upset about that as well, Lady T Bug. So where they found guilty on the state charges, I heard that was the federal case. I just saw that they were found not guilty, but from what they're saying, that was on the state level and the feds can pick it up. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, baked catfish and steamed broccoli. Okay, you're trying to eat healthy today. Okay, please don't take to the streets. Yeah, Dodge can't wait to issue the martial law. My son is good. At an honors ceremony. He is getting honored. Oh, congratulations. He's getting his honor star for graduation. Okay. Oh, congratulations. If they're found not guilty, they're free, right? They can't keep you in jail if you're not guilty. No matter what Nesto say, okay? Add some chunky salsa on my baked fish at Bank. Bank, you got a request? Okay, they have all been charged federally, okay, already and are awaiting sentences, I believe. Okay, so yeah, I was wrong. Okay, Nestos, did you see that? They said that they were acquitted on the state level, but on the federal level, they have already been charged and they're waiting the sentencing. I'm sorry, I don't know. Hey, Glorious, welcome. Okay, back to Eve has many faces since I'm down at the bottom. That's why I want to get the documents because, like I said, I listened to Simone over on her channel. She uploaded a video that she did with Jamie, I believe that's her name, and it was kind of fast paced, and they were like just they didn't read the documents, word for word, or anything like that. She just picked out, went over some of the important, matters that was listed in the documents. And now y'all know I'll be capping for these men. I don't care how old they are, but it's given that this could be retaliation with these individuals because they're even adding in HR laws such as working without breaks, working long hours, the essay and things going on, during the work time, the work schedule, they're definitely trying to get paid. And it sounds like all four of them probably was let go at the same time. So they had an opportunity to get together, and get their story together. It's not like these are four individuals that do not know each other. That's another thing too. Yeah, they were state charges. They even went as far as to move the trial from Memphis to Chattanooga. They also pled guilty to lesser charges. Okay, and so they may get some time served. I don't know. So this is the first charge. Congratulations. Thank you all. You're welcome. Hey, Cocoa Cream. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick up some and try that. Okay. I deleted my comment. They bought in a jury from Chattanooga, excuse me, but it was still held in Memphis. They just bought in a jury from the outside that wasn't, local. I thought they moved the trial. That is not true. So a clarification there. Her son is having surgery. Okay. Thank you, Miss E. The report states that they can still spend, okay, years in prison for the federal charges they were previously convicted of. Okay. One of the Jane Does said he took his wife to the nail salon, came back and bent her over with a towel, took a shower, and summons her every weekend. Yeah. Yeah, they got the wife in there because they say she knew. Hey, boys, Nana. Okay, no problem. Miss E. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't keep up with it, but I do appreciate everybody that's dropping down in the chat, letting us know what's going on and making the clarifications when it's a little confusion. But I think we pretty much got it. They have been charged at the federal level, but they haven't been sentenced, and they have been acquitted on the state charges. And I don't know what the sentencing that they may be facing on the federal level. Yeah, that Smokey is wow. I shared before we went live on yesterday when I got on here to like set everything up. That was like trending news. So we talked about it for about 30 minutes on yesterday. I was like, oh my God, we got to get to the content. But I'm gonna get the documents because I'm way interested in it. Baby, he up there in Flint, Michigan, thinking he the new Eric. Okay, and them folks say you is not Eric. Rest in peace, Eric. And he's been arrested. I don't know what all he's done. I just saw a post saying that he was in jail, and I just didn't have the energy to look it up. Okay. Okay, 8 clear women and 4 white men on the jury. They didn't value his life. And you know that we're gonna get into this when we talk about jury. So y'all think about if y'all ever been through the process. I have 4 times, been chosen 3 times, and I just got a summons when I came back from vacation. It was like not a summons, but it was a survey for federal. I'm not done federal, child. So if I get called in, I'm gonna let y'all know. Jed been up there acting up. I said what I said. Okay, congratulations again to El Cid's son graduating, picking up his gear. And El Cid is a homeschool mom. So that's like, I mean, it's already a double accomplishment, but she is the teacher. So sure, I could never. So I'm gonna definitely give El Cid a pat on the back for being a homeschool mommy. Yes, Jed done got locked up. They won't let him out. Hey, Esau, sorry I missed it. Who in jail near me? Jed, are you familiar with Jedediah Brown? He is an advocate, investigator. He's covered a few controversy topics. Okay, Trump, Obama, Tiffany over in Dalton, and now he up there in Flint, showing up and showing out. And them people don't put them brass bracelets on him. Let me get the video up. Hey, go get her. That's enough. That's enough talking. Let's get it to little Daryl. Child, I ain't even pull the video up. Run in my mouth. Hold on, y'all. My apologies. I got excited. Okay. What about your friends, honey? What about your friends? They're gonna be around. Sure, I love to steal me a title. In this case, we can already say no. Daryl came, he saw, and he left. He gone. He gone. Okay. in our series that we've been doing. We started over. Y'all know we started over from the top. Y'all been helping me do my timeline. I'm not like Cynthia. I'm not gonna do it on Monday, but throughout us, going back, starting over, doing the timeline. We've been hearing about little Daryl, so we bring a little Daryl to the screen. For the ones that may not have seen it, this is Daryl. If you heard about him, this his friend. Hey, Red. Homeschooling ain't no joke, but it's rewarding. Hey, champion. But don't it fit, Tanya? Don't it fit? Child, are they going to be around? Are they going to let you down? Or would they turn it back on you? Okay, I would say if we speak about little Daryl, okay, I stole that from Ricky Smiley. Then it's all the above is yes. Daryl don't look like he played. Daryl
Yeah.
not with the ish.
Who you for?
Williams.
One second.
Lady said, why you call me? Hey, Shay B. Yeah, he look like he knows it. Eastside say he knows it. He come walk in that wedding, but he can walk up there to the damn jail. You on candid camera here too. Did you get your settlement? Is that why you can go up there now? He ain't with Ernesto BS. Call him by his last name, LOL. Child, and Williams is a very popular last name too, sure. Which Williams? Is it Ernest, Ernesto?
What's up, player?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Just checking on you.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm okay, man.
You see, they got me on setup status, don't you?
Yeah.
Set up status.
You need anything?
No, I'm good. So far, I got to get your telephone number. No, I don't. The detective took all my stuff when they arrested.
So what do you need me? Can I give it to you now, or how does this work?
Yeah, hold on.
Sure. Look at Nesto hair, baby. You ain't got no grease up in there, no oil.
Hold on.
Sure. Some lotion, anything you can put up there. He's so happy. This is his first visitor. And look at old boy looking back. What you looking at?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, get it together, Nesto. Time is a ticking. Oh Lord. Pen don't work. Pencil lead broken. I don't know.
Sorry about that, bro. I was in that sleep. What is? Yeah, I couldn't have it because what happened was they took when they arrested me. When they
He ain't
arrested
got
me,
no
they took all my
cosmetic.
phones and stuff.
Okay.
So when they arrested me, they
Hey,
arrested
beautifully
me
made 13.
coming through Roswell, and when they arrested me, they didn't have nothing on me. So the people that I knew, I was just parking my SUV over there. And then when I came from over there, when I came from over there,
980 Pine Grove. Okay.
checking on it, checking on everything that the police had got. Yeah. So that's it.
Good deal.
Daryl say cut.
Yeah, but other than that, I appreciate you checking on me, brother.
Yeah, I want to make sure you're all right and everything. You need me to
Shoot, Nesto need to get Daryl to direct his movie, baby, because he the producer over here. He said cut. Nesto said, thank you for checking on me, bro. He went right in action. I don't know this shit how it's working. Listen, Nesto reminds me of the turkey leg hut guy with the scams, cars, and business. Yeah, I've been working on I'm trying to get them documents though, because yes, I agree with you, go getter. And I'm working on that. That's one of my new cases, I guess I'll be bringing to the front porch, but I need documents, okay? And I'm working on it. Okay, October 28th, 2022. Yeah. Baby, they say he ain't got nothing. Baby, toilet water, anything. He need to soften up them beady beads on the top of his head. And you find out how many times Nesto called Daryl with no answer. I can look. I can ask. I'll try some lotion, baby. You got no baby oil in there? Thank you so much, Tanya B. I had to squint my eyes to try to look at it on here. Nesto too old for this mess. Daryl said he don't know about all this jail shit. Well, he the one came down there they arrested me in Roswell. They arrested me in Roswell. You know, I was coming from over there checking on my my property over there at 980 Pine Grove. And she followed me for 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, and pulled me over. I always heard about this video, never seen it. Thanks. You're welcome. Live coming out the gate. Shut up. He explained way too much. I wonder what that's about. Daryl the real G, in my opinion. But Miss E said maybe he owed Daryl some money. Daryl, you ain't never, ever gonna get paid. You need to cut it up. Hey, Linda, how are you? Nesto know Daryl not with the ish, baby. He the director over here. He said, cut. Hey, Aries one. Look like Daryl knows Nesto is slow. Ooh, how about a hair comb or a black pig with the, with the fist? What happened to I'm gonna get Daryl to do stuff? Well, child, we about to hear about it. Hey, Dr. Charles, be careful. A lot of y'all out driving. Okay. I dated a Daryl in my younger days. Daryl is the boss. I bet my life on it. True. Praying for my fellow sister. Yes, thank you so much. She'll see this because she says she probably gonna catch the replay since she's gonna be, out of commission for a little bit, recovering from surgery. Nesto said Nesto trying to give a alibi. Well, baby, what the son say? You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. Sorry, Nesto. You ain't got no alibi. Hey, Jet Black Straight. Daryl sounds like the guy big time that sings the Christmas song. Okay, Christmas blues, Bonquisha, and oldest song. Charles, I bet you Vicky know what that is. Hey, Black Swan. There's definitely more to him. Daryl look like he know the system, in my opinion. Daryl looks serious like my dad, Army vet. Well, he may be an Army vet. Okay, Didi has all the baby oils. Sure, well, baby, Nesto needs some grease instead of all them dollar glasses old girl keeps sending them. Daryl is saying, Ninja, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Don't tell me nothing. I think Daryl was there to threaten Nesto. Maybe Daryl is the unindicted co-conspirator. Daryl said that ain't got nothing to do with me. You keep it to yourself, Jeff. Daryl was probably an investigator into one of Nesto's scheme. An investor. I bet old Daryl been watching all the YouTube videos. Yes. And Daryl's married, so his wife probably said, if you don't get your ass from down there, we ain't got nothing to do with that. That's why you went in the wedding. You knew it was a sham and a scam. Hey, Georgia Peach, I did see your messages on the replay. Thank you so much. Healings and blessings. Nesto acting like Sonya can't look Daryl in the eye. Hey, chick, I think I spoke to you. Hey, Patty. Daryl about his business. I know Marquisha. I knew it. Hey, Mona C. Welcome. Listening, just getting here. We just getting started. We ain't too. I cut it off because they were cutting up in the chat. You're not too far. Oh, we 3 minutes in. Okay, we're more than I thought we were.
Reach out to anybody out here, or
Who you talking to? Who you talking to?
Good so far. I go to court Monday for a bond hearing.
It was
So
denied.
I've been in here 4 months already. So they
how many?
4 months. I've been in here 4 months. They just put that shit on move. Yeah, I've been in here since July 7th.
I didn't even know. I called you a couple of times. I
It
thought
was
maybe
a
you was
storm.
back out, out of town somewhere. I had no idea.
No, man, I've been sitting in here 4 months.
Now that part right there, I'm gonna say this. Everybody know that Nesto don't be home, and when he don't answer his phone, he on a damn road trip. This is crazy to me. Married people, y'all, what is going on with y'all married folks and y'all husbands? Like, I just thought you was gone, out on the road. Like, dang, Nesto, everybody know you be hoeing in that damn RV.
I said they brought me over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you found me. But yeah, they brought me over here, huh?
Okay.
So
you got anything on your books? You good?
No, I ain't got nothing on the books. And my lawyer is BC Chef.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you need any information, just holler at him. He can tell you what's going on. He right there in Carver. He in Carver County.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing Nesto gonna do is recommend his folks to people like damn, who all wasn't calling BC? Okay, like you needed information about my case, you call BC. He'll tell you, give you the rundown. My goodness, why are you giving out so much information, sir? This is why you caught up now. But he's just a friend coming to check on you. He done gave him a job like he give everybody else. Call my lawyer.
All right. Well, you got my number. Reach out,
That's
text me,
weird
what
to
have
me.
you. If you need something, what have you, and everything. And
I love you, new look, bro. Your bald head.
Call my lawyer if you need some.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I love
Shirley
you very much, man. You
that
made me so
lawyer.
happy today.
That's what's up, bro. Hang in there and everything, and let me know if you need something.
I appreciate you. Love you, brother.
Love you also, bro.
All right.
Peace out. Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, he done threw the fist up there. Let's look at him walk out, baby. He got his Adidas on like Ron DMC. Daryl is the neighbor to Dion's mom. Nesto wanted Daryl in the wedding. I think Daryl is a working father, not a scammer. All I know is Daryl said he couldn't be in that wedding because he didn't want to be photographed. Okay, he didn't want no videos of him because he was trying to get his change, okay, from his lawsuit. Nesto wanted Daryl to give him $7,000. That's when Daryl got in the win. Nesto can't look anyone in the eye. He's a professional con. I think he was feeling Daryl out to see what he could get out of him. Speedy recovery. So is this where Nesto still had hope of getting out of jail? Baby, he still got hope. Don't play with Nesto. Nesto had them fool. He was finna walk up out of there, baby, on April 30th because he was fasting and praying and fasting. Daryl don't know that ninja like that. Like I said, if you don't know where your husband is at night, he's out there slinging ping, ping. Okay. Because it's just like Mississippi Monica made a comment that Shirley repeated to Nesto saying that he wasn't in jail. He was just riding up and down Buckhead. Okay. We've heard multiple people say, Dre say, oh, you only call me, here and there. When you on the road, when you out there with them women, you don't know a ninja. So it seemed like Nesto just was out doing what he want to do on the highways and the byways, honey. Nesto weird, baby. Me and My husband be here in the house under each other most of the time. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Nesto thought he could get Daryl to take that raggedy truck for him. Baby, ain't nobody wanted that hazard. That hazard junk. Daryl talked to BC and ran. And Daryl tell you that personality. Did Daryl tell you that personally? No, Nesto was living the nomad lifestyle. I guess I've always wondered why Nesto thought Daryl would help Shirley. He didn't even come to the wedding, and he's married. I mean, to me, you should not be asking another married man that's not family, to help your wife. Like, I don't know. It's just a respect thing. I don't, I get it. He's in jail, but he has a wife. So to me, it should be discussed wife to wife. You know what I'm saying? Not husband to somebody else's wife. I don't know. Will you discuss the story about the 60 years old man that gave his wife? Oh, yes, I will. I'll Google it and see if I can find it, Black Swan. That's right up my alley right there. Hey, Miss Red. Then he got to fix his mouth to lie to Dre to say Daryl came up here, came up there to be nosy, but really Nesto asked him to come up there. And then had the nurse to say that man was jealous of him. Baby, what am I jealous of? I could turn around and walk up out of here, get in my car, and ride up and down Buckhead, okay? And I could go to Roswell without Sister Natalie following me and tapping me on my damn shoulders. What is it to be jealous of? Talking about he was a hater and all of those things. Daryl didn't put none on them books. Daryl said, I'm going to get my Adidas and get the hell up out of here. Watch what the CEO say. You leaving already? Right. This is a 30-minute visit. SS need to write a book and tell the story. We need answers about your bum, your husband, okay, being good all the time. That man went home. Daryl was out. Daryl put his fist up. Keep your head up, brother. Walked up out of there. Daryl was in and out. He went home, like described to all of the channels. Thank you, Daryl. Because the white guy in my Nesto voice. Oh, BC. Okay. BC, the white guy in my Nesto voice. Okay. They didn't even use the 30 minutes. Hey, TX Toy. Okay, Nesto could be very concerned. The client that Hoover was going to represent from May to August got life plus 20 years. Sonya playing with Wooten. Nesto gonna F around and found out. Well, he must have took a plea deal because he didn't go to trial. And that happens too. That happened to me twice. I told y'all I was picked 3 times as a juror. 2 times when we were supposed to report to court for the trial, they had taken a plea deal. So that's really don't have anything to do with the your representation, because the client, that's something that the prosecutors, give them, and it's up to the client to accept it or take that issue to trial. Daryl in the witness protection system, he cannot be filmed, baby. I'm on the replay. Hey, Vivian, my prayers go out to her. Thank you so much. If they are asked for bond, how much do they think it's going to be? Lord, child, if it was lowered to $1,000, he ain't got it. Nesto got more miles on him than Dre, and he be in the wind. Facts. And Dre be traveling from what? Sunday to Thursday, baby. Nesto double, triple. How many miles is on that damn leaking oil truck? 300,000. Daryl got the hell out of there. Hey, Joseph. Child, we got one more coming up. Nesto know nothing about prayer or fasting. Daryl knows he full of shit. Exactly. That was so sad. I feel bad for her kids. Hey, Christmas. Daryl didn't look like a short man to me. Nesto said he had short man syndrome. Nesto full of crap. Nesto, the loser, had Cynthia and Shirley contacted Daryl. So how did Daryl find him if he didn't know he was in jail? It was on the news. He saw it on the news. And from there, he, located him. But like the folks said, he called that man. He sent for him and he came. So how did Daryl find him? Okay, I read that one. Hey, Talks with TK. Hey, y'all just walked in from a long ass commute. Well, I'm glad you're here. Daryl is his true friend or boss. He told Nesto, hush. I told you he the director. He said, cut. Okay, which goes to prove that he dogged out all his friends, right, to his other friends, and he ain't loyal to anyone. Right, Georgia Peach. That's one thing we can say. I think we all can agree on. If you disagree, we ain't gonna fall out. But with whomever he's talking to, he never tells the same story. He either lie or he admits something that he's told, another person. He never fully says the same thing to no one that he speaks to. We've heard him speak to, on these calls. And that's because he not going to disclose everything to one person. He don't trust nobody. Even Cynthia, he don't tell her everything. He can have a conversation with, let's say, Dion, and he'll talk to her right after. He's not going to tell everything that he spoke to Dion about. Okay? He does that with everybody. He don't let his left hand know what his right hand doing. And he does that on purpose. I guess maybe he's so used to doing it. I'm like, you down and out right now. You at your lowest low. You ain't got time to be playing these games that you was playing out here on these streets, sir. Daryl went home and ate supper with his wife. Okay. Daryl got a curfew, baby. Daryl said, I gotta go. My mama calling me. Yeah, he took a plea. That's what I was thinking. He took a plea. Anyone with sense would think that SS should be able to handle Nesto's books. When Daryl heard the charge, he went missing, in my opinion. Okay, Cynthia definitely ain't got it, baby. She ain't even got a brain, okay? I don't blame Daryl. Oh, okay. I'm late. You just in time, my Tony. Hey, Anissa. Thank you so much, Vivian. He pled, but chances are Hoover probably told him he'd give him his best representation, possibly. But if a jury comes back with a guilty verdict, his client will get the maximum sentence. The judge will tell them that as well. Daryl heard that BS from Nesto and got ghosts, right? The tall diva. Okay, Daryl came. Oh, he called Cynthia boo. He must have smelled her breath through the phone. He said she boo-booed a fool. Just like he said, Cynthia is the female version of him. They're both tit for tat liars, right? Hey, Real. I need to hear that particular conversation with Nesto and Dre now. Which one? The one talking about Letter Harold. And girl, y'all, Nesto didn't know how to answer, hang up the phone. So for 2 minutes, we was able to watch, them folks over there. And he finally came back and hung it up. He like, Williams, better get over there, hang that phone up. That tickled me. Let me get this next video up. 'Sure, let me stop being messy. Sure, he was an expert by the time Cynthia started rolling up in the. I'm like, Nesto, you didn't even hang up the phone. You just walked off. He said he was sleepy, though, child. Maybe he still needed a nap. I don't know. Okay. Part 2. Five days later, as they say. Days later. Okay. Days later. We go. He back. Oh, you can have your phone. Daryl saw Nesto was talking his own business. It was gone before Nesto tell his business. Right. Game is all Nesto knows. Erica was definitely this. You think the strategist in their duo on his own? He is a loss. Well, child. Nesto was scamming before Erica was even born. Okay, how old Erica? She in her late 30s. Nesto was already scamming and in prison. So Erica can't be the mastermind. Because while he was getting them 19 cycles, Erica wasn't around. When he was marrying all them women and not divorcing them, Erica wasn't around.
Williams.
Hearing all of what you just said and the calls about everything else, Drake and Nesto friendship will never be the same. I agree with that, Georgia Peach. Do you think Dunaway is making a what? Okay. You get me. Making a what? Daryl had Nesto as shooketh. He didn't hang up the phone. He went right up there. Let me call. Let me. Do you know who just came and see me? That nosy motherfucker Daryl just came up here. That nigga hate him. He want my life. Baby, nobody don't want that orange jumpsuit. Daryl must be a decent man because they all want to talk ish about him. Sinners versus saints. You know anybody out here with a legitimate job that's not cheating on their wife, you know, just a regular, degular, you know, good guy, baby, they're a saint. Okay? And they got a problem with that. They need to take notes. Hey,
Morning,
Leo lady.
brother. Good morning. How you doing today?
What's going on?
Good. Couple issues that I got. Shirley they had confiscated our vehicles and stuff.
Our?
I'm pretty sure she probably told you that already. She didn't tell you that?
Baby.
Okay,
He said, I ain't said nothing, baby. I don't want my voice on here. He said, no. He acting like my little 2-year-old nephew. You can talk. Use your words, Daryl. Use your words. Now, let's try this again. That's how I be talking to him when I'm around him. Use your words. You're not a baby. But I stopped this to address our. They confiscated our. Baby, the paperwork say that's Nesto Buckhead. That's a business purchase. Okay, don't it ain't no our in this. I'm taking Shirley out of the equation. Okay.
So they confiscated the vehicles yesterday, and one of my white truck, I got to get it at the pound. So she already paid to get it out. So I was gonna go get my other people to get it, but they don't know how to operate that stuff. And I probably had to get her to get a little run around car or something to pay for that. And also my attorney trying to get him to come see me. He's already paid because I go to court again on the 30th, no, on the 23rd of this month. And when I went to court Monday, they gave me a bond, but he forgot to put the other charges run into that bond. So I got to get him to file a motion to get me back in to run that bond in so I can get out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what's going on right now. So everybody else done.
Daryl got on his track
on the phones and none of that like I need to.
Well, he knew that way back.
She went and got her hair done, and they picked the car up when she was out of hair done. So that basically is what her.
He looked like the R word. I don't like to use that word. Please forgive me. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but him holding his his finger up to that ear like that. Oh God.
Really don't have nobody else she can trust. So I told her I can call you.
Is Daryl, are you okay? Blank 3 times, not 2, 3, because baby, he's stuck in the mannequin challenge.
And I can trust you. Help her out, do what she needs to do. But I think she's gonna go back to her friends in California until I get out. But they put me on a leg monitor in so I can't go back to Fulton County, but I can get out when I get on my bond to get a leg monitor to move to another county. You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daryl,
So
get up.
that's where I'm at right now. So I
Daryl,
got a
tickle me.
few little changes I can work with to move around, but I had told her I need to talk to you first before I do that. To help her get a car, whatever. She can't get a car, we don't have to. She had to go back to California and stay with her friend. But I might have to get you to pick my truck
And
up
that's
and
Janie or
put
Jamie.
it somewhere because we can't
I
put it where
can't
she's staying at right now because she don't have
understand
enough
what they're
parking.
saying when they're on the phone. It's either Janie or Jamie,
So when you do get it, you
the
have to
friend
let
that
it run
he's
for a
referring
minute
to.
before you put it in gear. Because you got to let the oil run around in the transmission. Every now
Get
and then
that
it stays stuck
depth.
for a minute.
It's a diesel, right?
Yeah, it's a diesel. Yeah.
Where is it?
It's somewhere. She got to tell you where it's at. It's here in I think it's around the corner from her, around about 3 or 4 blocks. I don't know, but she got the confirmation that it can be picked up. So she don't have nothing on her, nothing like that. I told her she can come see me, but I don't know how to do that here. I told her to talk to you about that. The 4-man high star to get a visit from here. So basically, she don't have I can't contact with nobody that she know as her daughter, none of that. I can't contact nobody. That's in stipulation for my bond.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Let's play a game. How many words is Daryl gonna use in this visit? Sure. Because all I see is head nods and rocking. There's a video where Dion tells Nesto, you don't know that many like that when he asked Daryl to be in his wedding. Dion said that was embarrassing. Yep, they all want to talk ish about Daryl because he's honest about things, right? And he probably a hardworking, honest man, right? And they don't know nothing about that. He back. I want to know if he put anything on them books. Daryl be over it. skeptical. Listen, Daryl be over it. Took me out, but okay, child. Listen, y'all. I'm finna keep it. Pause.
So right now I have 75, $90,000 bond, so that's $9,000 to get out. So I already contacted some bonds that will take my bond. It just I have 6 counts that wasn't added to my bond. So I have to get.
And that's why you didn't get out. Not that it wasn't no.
In 10 days, so I can
they
go
forgot
back
to
so
put
he can
anything
add it
on
to him,
there.
but he hasn't came to see me.
And that's why you didn't get out, because you got new charges, but you going around telling people that they didn't put all my charges on there. No, you got some fresh new charges, sir.
In 2 months. So this is like my second lawyer right here. The first one was Jackie Patterson, so I fired him because all he wanted to do is get on Instagram and show his hat off.
That ain't have shit to do with your case. Okay, him posting over there on Instagram, marketing his business, they have nothing to do with your case, because he could have been posting after 5 o'clock when the court closed. Okay, leave that man alone. They ain't got nothing to do with his track record in court. You got rid of him because that man told you, I don't know who you pissed off, but you're not getting out of here. You got more charges coming down the line. That's why you really got rid of him. You mad because Jackie over there sponing up the fly lawyer. Shit, you was over there posting on Instagram too. So what's wrong with Jackie doing it? The fly lawyer.
So I got rid of him, and then I went back to this attorney that I had when I did my got my Fed case, and they had to send me back to Kentucky to Clark County. So this is the same one I had like 22 years.
Oh, so hell. No shade, no tea, but you shouldn't have damn rehired him, babe, because you got a 10-piece. You got a 10-piece on that Fed case. You probably shouldn't have hired him, Nesto. Oh, boy.
I haven't been convicted of nothing in 20 years. You understand now? Okay, so that's basically what I got going on.
Y'all, so Daryl tickling me. He is not.
So do what now?
I say, yeah, thank you for calling her right back.
Okay, that was what, 3 words?
So that's what's going on. I told her, she know who you are.
That's about 5 words.
Yeah, you got they ain't got no other holes nowhere else?
No,
Yes, he
they
do.
got one, but that's a 5-year hole. That's one for 5 years, so getting ready to
He got one in California and one in Henry County.
expire in February. So they probably, if I ain't out by then, they probably drop that. So that's it.
So if I understand you correctly, you want me to do what? You want me to get with Shirley to get your truck?
Yeah, get my truck. She might have to trade it in or whatever she need to do to get something else, or I got to find out a little runaround car because she can't really drive that truck. So the truck that she had was a brand new G-Wagon. So they took that because it was in my company name. You got me now? So they put her in a limo and she can't move around. So right now she's staying in a friend's house now. She's staying in a friend's house right now, but they gone and they won't be back till Saturday. So she really don't want to stay with them no more because she don't want to inconvenience them as well.
That was when Tasha and Ronna took their trip, and Shirley said, I really wish they wasn't going, or I was going with them.
Well, she eliminate that if she go back to Cali.
Right,
till you
right,
get
right.
out.
You're right,
Yeah.
right. That's basically what it is. And that way I can just come on to Cobb or go in to another county because they said I can't go back to Fulton County until the case is over with.
Oh. Good deal. All right.
So that
Now I have one of them damn things on my phone that if it's an unidentified number, my phone don't even ring.
okay,
You know.
okay.
So that's what that is. So a lot of time whenever I'm getting calls, if it's not something
Oh, yeah, Shirley did say it was going straight to voicemail, y'all, when she was calling Daryl, and I said Daryl had a block. Daryl screening his calls over there. He said, I got one of them things on my phone. You ain't locked in. You ain't one of my favorites.
that's in my phone, it won't even ring. It just goes straight to voicemail.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's
you
how I
put
saw
her
her
in your
message yesterday
favorite?
and everything because you know, it didn't ring or anything, but I saw a message. I'm like, oh, okay.
Can you put
So I'll be getting them phone calls and
Shirley
everything because
in
you got
your
all them daggone
favorite?
telemarketers and all that shit be coming in all the time, you know.
Yeah, I figured that. That's why I told her to text you.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to her dad since you can't tell. Just go ahead on and pay my lawyer all the way out. So if anything happens, he'll be paid all the way up. I'll be done with that. But I definitely I try to get him to come see me so I can talk to him before I go to court on the 23rd, so I can tell him what I need to do.
It's just the 3rd, Nesto. You got 20 more days. You got time. Jesus, you just seen the man on the 31st. The spectacle out of himself because he's going throughout discovery. Hey, Chet just got on the computer. Oh, on the commuter train home. Love you, Lady T-Bug. I love you back, Vivian. Be safe. Them tight pants jumpsuits that tall guy has on. Oh, over in the back. I wasn't paying attention to Tall Diva. Daryl went home and started covering his tracks and disassociating himself from Ernesto. I think Daryl is a local elder in the church, maybe even a pastor. Daryl got his original tracksuit on. Yeah. Okay. Dion said it was embarrassing when Nesto asked Daryl to be in the wedding. I bet all them dudes sitting in there all go home, but Nesto should be embarrassed to be one of the oldest dudes in the jail. Daryl is clean. Dunaway making smoke screens before he throw out the discovery. Daryl's wife probably sent him down there to see if they can help the next door wife. Since Nasty in the penthouse, Nesto must be looking for grit on the floor because he ain't never looked up. Notice the difference with how Nesto speaks to Daryl compared to everyone else. Daryl is quiet as a church mouse, baby. I'm trying to figure out how many words he done spoke. Daryl, and what the fuck that got to do with me? He does look like that. I'm trying to get caught up. I wouldn't have been through with Daryl if I asked him to be at my wedding. And he said no. That means that he don't F with you like that, Nesto. But Nesto stay steady lying. Now one of his truck was paid for. Nesto thought Shirley was out there telling everyone her business. Nesto, he don't like Nesto. Nesto just lying. Why is he always a goddamn problem in trying to assign someone a task? Now that's the $1,000,000 question. He always makes SS out to be someone helpless and naive. Is there a pastor or a local politician? What the F? Baby, do he work for the FBI? Or is he a traffic cop, baby? Because he know all the hand signals. Why does Nesto sound like a little kid making excuses before he get a whooping? Daryl said California would be Shirley's best option. Get the hell out of Atlanta, Shirley. Daryl, you watch it. It's not that heavy for all that flicking or the wrist, baby. That's the signal. Okay. Daryl, the only man he knows with a pension plan, baby, a 401k and a social security card. Okay, a social security pension as well. Daryl needs to give big mouth lessons in how to shut the F up and listen. Listen, this is November 3rd, 2022, right? And he talking about how he cannot talk on the phone. So what had happened, Nesto? Why you kept talking? Daryl seems so uninterested in what this bomb is saying. Oh, rig instructions. Yes, baby. Pump 3 times on the gas. Let it warm up for 45 minutes. Don't forget to put the cardboard under there so it don't mess up your driveway. Turn the wheel to the left and the right before you back up. From what I have learned, he's a local elder, perhaps a pastor in an SDA church. He is looking extra but weakish. The heck is butt weeches? Okay. I can't even say it. 4. Okay, he spoke 4 words. Daryl is looking like a ninja. What's what you done now? Got yourself into 3, 5. Okay, under 20. Is that for the entire call? 0. What had happened was he just listening. He just listening. Daryl looking like what the hell? That got to do with me. Shirley has never visit, not even one time. I'm glad she did anyway. 9 words. Okay, Nesto, that makes sense. Yes, but weakish. But weakish. Sure. Baby, I am back home now. She can type. Daryl is doing the pause. Baby, I thought it was the mannequin challenge. I'm like, is he okay over there? He can't even look Daryl in the eye. What is Ernesto saying? He talking so fast and low. Is Daryl supposed to respond to this foolishness? Daryl is not trying to say nothing. Great, I said what I said. Let the truthful insults begin. Daryl know he lying. Nesto, wasn't you over there on IF? Nesto is full of shit, and Daryl knows it is written all over his face. He has a different lie about every situation. Facts. LOL, Daryl looking like, what the fuck? But Nesto talking like he's scared. He better be. I feel like Daryl just there to see how bad it is. How bad it is. You can't go nowhere. IG showing off your fake life. Right. He fired all the lawyers that would play fantasy games with Nesto. Hair looking like rats. been gnawing on it. I feel like Daryl just there to see how bad it is. Daryl's wife must be similar to me. Told Daryl don't entertain that BS or get involved or anything, or your ass gonna be right in there with him. Daryl just rocking. Daryl seemed to know the system. Daryl say, let me get all this tea on this ninja because this is my last visit. He can't ever tell instructions clearly. Shit, let me just get the truck towed, baby, because I can't remember all this to drive a truck. Daryl knows Nasty has holders in different area codes. Oh, no. My mama used to say that about my brother Hair. Know that F-350 is Kakalaki. It ain't around the corner. Stop lying. Nesto has turned into Sonya with no eye contact. Nesto talked so damn much. Daryl looked worried. Hey, Coffees and Convos. He's looking like you got Shirley out here homeless. Yeah, she better go. She better go to California. No, it was in Gail's name, or at least her down payment. Daryl trying to keep his face neutral, listening to this BS. Brand new G-Wagon. Yo, he sounds like a fool. Nestor's Daryl say, I don't believe none of what you talk about, but we. Daryl was straight blocking them calls like a volleyball game. I can't stand what he says. You understand me now? You illiterate jailbird. Like, you so smart. They're up there, so just say, you know what I mean? You know, Shan said he dropped out in elementary school, so maybe that's what the teachers used to say to him. Not, no, you understand, not like you said something so amazing. Daryl heard all that and said, it's too much. Shirley is a grown woman. Has Daryl done jail time too? Are all his friends convicts? Daryl got the New York accent. He don't play straight, no chaser. Y'all hear how property buckwheat trying to speak? How proper buckwheat trying to speak? Hey, 80% CMOS. I still think Daryl was involved. He looks like a kingpin. Nesto, you ain't paying shit. Slowberry was giving up all her coins. You flat broke. He said, Mom, I'm trying to pay up my lawyer. I'm trying to pay up my lawyer. Daryl must be like the turkey leg up, man. They say he was like Robin Hood in the hood, giving away stuff and helping the streets. But at the dark, he was allegedly slinging that stuff. Yeah, there's more to Daryl. This is embarrassing. It is, Bank. Nesto no Daryl don't play. Nesto just started doing his own thing that landed him in the county jail, but he's speaking to Daryl like he's reporting on what ish happened. It doesn't seem like it's loud in there. Why is he holding his ear? I already called him the R word. So the grown women need help with getting a new car. Daryl ain't no pastor. Daryl ain't no dang pastor. I bet Daryl is somebody that owed Nesto for doing him one of his favors. Daryl looking through to this ninja soul. They sent for Daryl. Daryl was trying to be a friend, but Nesto said that he only came to be nosy, and Daryl didn't do what he requested. That's facts. Harper, who this man? Daryl said, we need to keep his name out of your mouth. Listen, Jesus said, if you get jammed up, don't mention my name.
But he's been so busy, he hadn't even came over here to see me.
Serious?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in 2 months.
Who's that, Manny?
No. Mine is BC Chopper. BC
Didn't you
Chopper.
deal with Manny?
Manning. No.
Yo, damn, you know who Manning is now. You need to stop, Nesto. Manning is the judge. BC is my lawyer. Manning. You know the one who denied your bond? Miss Pre-Trial.
Defender.
Oh, okay.
That's when you first get arraignment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what that is.
I can't say it like Manny, but y'all know.
He's right there in Carl County.
Okay.
So I might have to, if you get time, to go over there with her, or a set appointment where you can sit down and tell him to come see me, so I can tell him what I need him to do. So far he got my bond, but what happened was he didn't put the bond hearing in until after. He put the bond hearing after when I first got locked up. So the court defender, they the one put the bond hearing in. He just put his name on top of the bond hearing. So it took 90 days if they hadn't indicted me. So they hadn't indicted me at all on these conspiracies. So that's how I got a bond hearing. So they have to give you a bond hearing. Give you a bond.
This was after the fight at East Town. You know he
So
tired.
I've been here 4 months now. So yeah, I've been here 4 months, and they put that thing on TV last week before I get ready to go to court.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. And my co-defendant, they already got bond. She already got a bond.
They out?
No, they bond is like 150, 120,000 cash bond. So they're not gonna be able to make that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
basically,
you know what
like I
Erica
said,
got.
all my charges should have been heard on the same day, but it wasn't. So what they're doing is bouncing my paperwork around to keep me in here, and that's what I see. Yeah, they've been doing that. They've been putting charges on me, dropping charges, putting charges on me, dropping charges, putting charges on me, dropping charges. That's what's been going on for 4 months since I've been in here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So that's kind of basically it. What's going on right now.
Okay.
So I told her that I'm gonna call her and tell her to do that with him and see how much little change we got left. And if she gonna stay here, she gonna have to get her little car to run around in. If not, she got to go back to Cali because I can't go nowhere else. I got to stay here in Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's it. So we definitely gonna stay married and all that. We already discussed that. So that's not an issue. Just an issue of me getting out handling this issue here. So basically what it is, I'm being set up. It is plain as day. So that is what it is.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So that's it. You can if I need to see any more information, all you gotta do is it's a public record. You can look at all the warrants and see what's going on. You will be saying, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just, you know, you know what to do.
Why you stuttering?
You know how to handle it. You know what to do and everything, and just you know what I'm saying.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't a whole lot. You
No,
know,
it ain't.
you just ride it out. It
Yeah.
sounds like to me you got a plan or what have you and everything, and
She says,
you got to
"Look,
figure it out.
come
So
get your
Yeah,
man."
that's what it is. I just got to get my lawyer to come see me face to face. However, do this visit thing, so I can instruct him what I need to do, and that we can move forward from there.
you tell Shirley to reach out to him.
Yeah, but she did. But they told her that he don't even come to the office. He goes straight to the from the office to the courtroom.
That
So
part.
she already tried to set an appointment up with him yesterday. That ain't working. So we've been
Hey,
leaving
Miss Lady.
messages, and I haven't seen him yet.
Damn.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh, run
I
it
talked to
back.
her one time on the phone when she first
Hey, out
hired
the
him,
bushes. Hey,
and he
14
said
plus
that he got
1.
everything under control.
What part?
So right now, I'm still sitting here.
He nervous.
I've seen people have paid lawyers to go in and get them info right on out. Like, hey,
Yeah.
now, yeah, I shouldn't have been in here this long at all.
Nesto look like Morgan Freeman.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's
So
what it is.
do you need to get another one? Switch him or what?
Well, I'd like for you to talk to him first to get a clear
Here
understanding.
we
What
go,
is the
barking
deal,
out orders.
why he's not coming to see me.
He finna go. Don't
Or
worry,
I
Muffin.
just need to hear. He's
He ain't
good
staying
at what
for
he
the
do.
full 30 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? He's very good at what he do. It's just a point that I got a plan that I need to discuss with my lawyer so I know how to be my best defense on this case.
Yeah.
Tell us the
And I
plan,
need to
child,
be
because
free
it
so
seems like
I
it done
always been in court,
failed.
but I just got to be free to be able to orchestrate my life to move on in case the worst hit the worst.
Not reorchestrate your life.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, you can't move around right now. Yeah, you got no legs.
Ain't got no leg. So
Yeah.
And that's basically it right there.
All right. Good deal.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Baby, Daryl, baby, you ain't getting no 30 minutes out of me, and he's not gonna hang it up again this time. So I gotta run it back because we had a request. I don't know where I'm running it back to though. Hey, Lady Ella, welcome to the front porch. Go on up there to get you a rocking chair. Yes, the part about he wants to see how much change she has in order to get her a vehicle. Can someone tell me why he's holding his ear? I called him the R word. I gotta be free to intimidate my victims. He said, I gotta reorchestrate my life. Okay. Shouldn't the lawyer instruct you what to do? He just got out of court. He don't go back to court until the 23rd. He got 20 days. And he was never seen again. This basically drives me crazy. Daryl sound like fool, please. None of this is realistic. A new face. Hey, Peppermint Patty. Ain't nobody gonna talk to your lawyer for you, fool. I'm thinking about Mr. T. I pity the fool. For someone who doesn't mess with Nesto, Daryl sure seems to know a lot. Hey, allegedly in Harmon. Okay, now, y'all, where am I supposed to be taking it back to? Y'all know I'll be looking at the chat. Nestor holding his ear so nobody in the background can hear him. Baby, they ain't listening. They ain't checking for him. They only walk by when Cynthia be up there. Nestor holding his ear. Okay, I read that one. I thought I changed it. He was plugging his ear from the background noise so he could hear Daryl. Charles, it wasn't that loud up in there. We couldn't even hear nothing. When it be loud, we could hear it. Okay, requester. Where am I supposed to be running it back to? You sign out all Nesto's friends. Okay, not basically, but basically. Oh, basically. Oh, excuse me. Basically. Okay. Basically, what happened was they confiscated all my vehicles. Y'all, I'm waiting to see. We had a request to run it back, and I didn't notice because I wasn't looking at the chat. Okay. Look at Daryl. He still got them Adidas on. He just ain't got on that Adidas sweater today. He wore all black. He should have wore camouflage so we wouldn't see you because we definitely couldn't hear you. Okay, it's when he said, I need to know how much little change she had. What kind of little coins she got? Baby, Shirley got bread on top of bread. I don't know, child, where it's at. Let's see.
Good deal. All right.
So that
Now I have one of them damn things on my phone that
Okay,
if it's
no,
an
it definitely
unidentified
wasn't
number,
there.
my phone don't even ring.
and talk to her dad since you can't tell. Just go ahead on and pay my lawyer all the way out. So if anything happens, he'll be paid all the way up. I'll be done with that.
Well, what's
But I
gonna
definitely
happen?
I'll
Shirley
try to
gonna
get him
leave
to
you?
come see me so I can talk to him before I go to court on the 23rd, so I can tell him what I need to do. But he's been so busy, he hadn't even came over here to see me.
Serious?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in 2 months.
Who's that, Manny?
No. Mine is BC Chopper. BC
Didn't you
Chopper.
just deal with Manny?
Manning. No, that's a public defender.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Manning is
that's
a
when you
damn
first get
judge. Why don't you
arraignment.
stop this,
Oh, okay.
though?
Yeah, that's
Lord
that.
have
No, it was
mercy.
BC Chopper who I deal with.
Yeah.
He's right there in Cobb County.
He better not take the stand because this ain't gonna work, baby. They're gonna say guilty.
Okay.
So I might have to, if you get time, to go over there with her, or a set appointment where you can sit down and tell him to come see me, so I can tell him what I need him to do. So far he got my bond, but what happened was he didn't put the bond hearing in until after. He put the bond hearing after when I first got locked up. So
Yeah.
the public defender, they the one put the bond hearing in. He just put his name on top of the bond hearing. So it took 90 days if they hadn't indicted me. So they hadn't indicted me at all on these conspiracies. So that's how I got a bond hearing. So they have to give you a bond hearing and give you a bond if they don't indict you. So I've been here 4 months now. So yeah, I've been here 4 months, and they put that thing on TV last week before I get ready to go to court.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
that's
Ashanti.
what's going on. And my co-defendant, they already got bond. She already got a bond.
Hey, Justin's mom.
They out?
No, they bond
Okay,
is
this
like
is
150, 120
too far back.
cash bond.
Okay.
Basically, like I said, all my charges should have been heard on the same day in here, and that's what I see. Yeah, they've been doing that. They've been putting charges on me, dropping charges, putting charges on me, dropping.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So that's kind of basically it. what's going on right now.
Okay.
So I told her that I'm gonna call and tell her to do that with him and see how much little change we got left. And if she gonna stay here, she gonna have to get her little car to run around in. If not, she got to go back to Cali because I can't go nowhere else. I got to stay here in Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's it. So we definitely gonna stay married and all that. We already discussed that. So that's not an issue. Just an issue of me getting out handling this issue here. So basically, what it is, I'm being set up. It is plain as day. So that is what it is.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So that's it. You can, if I need to see any more information, all you gotta do is it's a public record. You can look at all the warrants and
Hey,
see
I'm
what's
here
going
for the
on.
show.
You will be saying, "Wow." Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You back, sunshine?
you know what to do.
Yeah.
You know how to handle it. You know what to do and everything. And
I think I covered the part that was requested to scroll back to. I couldn't understand what he was saying. It sounded like he said, you get a chance. I don't know. Did y'all hear something about change? Okay, he told Daryl about everything but the hen, baby. She not relevant because what he said, I'm still with my wife. Okay. And my marriage not in jeopardy, right? I ain't worried about that. We gonna stay together, okay? Nesto say let's stay together. Ain't no issues there, okay? She was only, there to fulfill her duties as a side biatch, right? Okay, a do girl, a help. He was not planning to be with her, and I still don't think he's planning to be with her. He's just using her like he used every other woman in his life. Set up by your victims, perhaps. Okay, we got left ninja. You haven't contributed to no funds. Sure. Nestle said he had money buried in the backyard. Daryl say, chin up. I'm out. Lies you tell. Shirley was getting them divorce papers together, and yes, you did, Lady T-Bug. Okay, that list of discovery does not seem like a setup to me. Baby, Nesto say he in a dark alley, and somebody pulled up on him with a stick and say it's a stick up. Hey, caller. Hey, panelists.
Good evening.
Good evening, Victor Lavelle.
How are you, Lady T-Bug?
I'm great, Vicky. How are you?
I'm well. Hello to everyone in the chat. Daryl, to me, like that you said it earlier, is somebody that Nesto seemed like he tried to impress. They clown people who go to work every day. Like he clowns Shirley for like having a job, but
Right.
you jealous that you can't function. Daryl asked him a simple question like, "What do you need me to do?" He can never answer a straight question. He's like giving too many details. He I don't know who said it the other day, but he answers questions. Well, he gives a never-ending answer, a never-ending response. It's not even an answer. It's always, well, she got to get a little car and then she ain't gonna move to California. Shirley didn't want to move to California. Shirley had built a foundation here. Her grandkids were here. Her daughter was here. Her daughter, her daughter. Let me not say like she's here with me. um, Her grandkids are there in Atlanta. Her daughter is there in Atlanta. It's obvious that yeah, Shirley and her daughter had their issues, but she was still on the looking out for her child, and she did not want to be away from her grandkids and her friends. This is where her foundation is, and he doesn't care. But he
Well,
wants her.
no, Shirley brought it up to him in the call. I don't know if they're saying Jamie or Janie, because we had a little discrepancy with that in the chat.
Yeah,
And remember, this is when she was telling him that she probably was going to go to California to stay with Miss J. And he's repeating again everything somebody tell him. That's none of his business.
I don't. Yeah, true. And I don't. But I don't think Shirley really wanted to go out there. I do think she wanted to stay in Georgia. You know what I mean? Because if
Well, she brought it up.
She did bring it up, but sometimes when you are running out of, you run through your options. I think she was running through her options. People are,
Yeah.
she may have been run like somebody offered their house, and if Miss J, I was about to say Jamie, because I'm
Because I don't know. I thought it was Jamie, but somebody in the chat said they thought it was Jamie. So I don't know. It
I
sounds
wouldn't be
like Jamie to me.
I would not be surprised if it is Jamie Foster Brown because they're the same age bracket and they're kind
Yeah,
of in the
same
same.
circles.
Yeah,
And
they're
she's
kind.
from Chicago.
Yeah, because and then yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that is her. But either way, like I don't like him. It's just it bothers me so much when I hear him directing her life. But either way, he cannot answer a question. Daryl just sitting there looking like, what you got yourself into? And you could tell Daryl he had a little knowledge of what's going on because he asked about Manning, so he must have looked up Nesto online. He saw maybe he didn't understand what he was saying, like he saw the because I think when you look up his docket, does it show the judge like when he has the next court date or something, or when he has a court date?
Is that? Oh, that's a question.
Yes, I'm asking you.
Yes, it does. In the judge.
Maybe Daryl, he when he looked it up because he was probably trying to see, and I'm just thinking because why would he bring up Manning? You know what I mean? Like that's random. So that was
Or
his.
maybe he heard it, from maybe his wife or somebody else, because Dion them says a lot of people were contacting them, about Nesto and what they have been hearing and seeing. So maybe that is what happened, at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't hear it from himself and he got it confused. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, he doesn't give off the demeanor that he's stupid. He just is looking like, okay. Let me see, let me hear what you got to say. Do I need to am I going to stick around? No, like probably not going to stick around. You got too much shit going on with you. Nesto's not giving, and he doesn't, you ask him a straight question. What do you need me to do? The common sense answer was, I need you to take her to go look for a car. Or I need you to go with her to my attorney's office to have him come talk to me because I'm not understanding what's going on, or I need this is how I want him to fight for me to get bond. That, simple like that, but he gives us these roundabout, they're not even roundabout, girl. They like tall. He tell lie on top of lie on top of lie, and it's like he constantly has to like cover for himself when it comes to just even telling the truth. And yeah, you're right. Like he did not mention his paramour, Miss Cynthia. He did not mention her whatsoever one so big. And why would he mention, well, we gonna stay married?
He was not ever planning to be with her. She was just like the others, Miss Jones, okay, Erica, Dominique, baby. She was an employee. Somebody he could boss around and give orders to. He's not planning to be with her.
But why mention the we gonna stay married thing to like it was that mean like they had their marriage was in question at one point?
Well, Shirley had recently said, around this call time, honey,
You
are
tell
you
me.
talking about divorce? So maybe that was fresh on his brain.
Probably, yeah, too.
Maybe,
But
maybe. But this Nesto now, don't we don't think
I,
alike.
I can't get into the mind of an idiot. I try sometimes to try to get into the mind of an idiot, but it doesn't. I mean, I'm not rocket scientist, but damn, like I really try to figure out I mean, the way he was holding his ears, like you don't know how to plug your ear like the normal way. I mean, it wasn't even that loud in there. Them boys were they just sitting there playing cards. They saw it was a dude on the camera, and they're like, oh, he ain't got nobody. He ain't got nobody visiting him. It ain't the
Yeah, they
chick.
ain't have to do no walking for that right there.
You're right. They ain't have to go back and forth with the shirts off and stuff. And how disrespectful is that for the men to come walking by? But anyway, that's
Trying to get a sneak peek.
trying to see what she got going on. But yes, I think that Daryl he probably was gonna like maybe try to he wasn't gonna lift a lot, but he was gonna try to like, okay, I can help Shirley out maybe. But then when Nesto's not giving like these straight answers, and he's got so much stuff coming at him, and you hearing more stuff coming out on the news, and is probably talk. They probably have know people. No, because from my understanding, this is somebody he had, because Dre didn't know him that well. So this is somebody. This is not a prison buddy. This is somebody from one of his neighborhoods. And from my understanding, this was, and I have not verified this. This is somebody he knew when he was married to Carol Lamar. So if somebody else's theory or what somebody said in the chat and earlier is right, that he is like a elder in the church, maybe he just thought that he could give some help to Nesto, but he just saw too much and was like, I'm just gonna back all the way off. And who knows? Like after because he was talking to Cynthia for a little bit in the summertime of 2023. He was talking to her. He was communicating with her, but we know she does too much and tries to be seducing and be seductive towards everybody. So she could have crossed the line with him, and he just got turned off all the way off by the situation. So I don't know, but this whole he didn't even bother to help Shirley. I don't know why. I mean, I just I don't understand his circle. All his circle just seem now. Daryl don't seem like a Dusty, but they don't seem like they were friends. They seem like they were associates. He was a clean friend that he could have around and show off. This is somebody that appears like Nesto wanted to impress, even though he looks down on Daryl. The man didn't even want to be in your wedding. Damn, Nesto. Like, what does that say about you? Maybe he knew that you didn't love Shirley either.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they all knew that he didn't love Shirley.
Dion's mama neighbor. I will say the only thing that I've heard from the phone calls, because I'm not going to go out and research this, is that it appears that Dion knew Daryl before he knew Nesto, according to what we heard.
Oh, that does make sense. So but he said Daryl was. This is Sonia saying this. Oh no. Shirley said that, right? Shirley said he knew he was a hater. Maybe he just doesn't agree with the fast-paced lifestyle Nesta was living, and maybe he just saw some things that he just didn't agree with.
I
And
mean, just because I'm not a part of the get along gang, okay, does not mean that I'm a hater. I see what I see, I know what I know, and that is, I'm not finna collaborate this mess. I'm not finna join in on this bullshit.
right, I'm not
Like,
gonna
what the
I'm
hell? If I'm a hater, baby, then put hater on the back. Give me
yeah
some haterade to drink, because I'm just a damn hater.
yeah. They Dion and Nestor are like they give off bum vibes. Dion is always depressed. Dion needs to go get some counseling because he is straight up. He sounds depressed every time you talk to him. It's some pure straight. Hi, which yeah, hi. I'm good, and it is always on some depressed stuff. So I think Dion he needs to get his testosterone checked, or he needs to go talk to somebody, or just maybe go get some chemical, something. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, but he always sounds depressed. So here's this man. He's a man of
Okay, Vicky,
grown
I got
age.
10 and I said what I said, waiting too.
Okay, that's my last thing.
Okay.
This man is a grown ass man, and he don't want to be involved with this jail stuff. Like you cannot expect everybody to come through on the jail thing. They may like you tell them about it. Okay, they have the right to back off and say, you know what, this is too much for me. I don't owe you an explanation to not help you. That's it. So be
Okay.
quiet.
Go ahead. I said what I said. Shan had to step away.
Okay, well, I got Daryl totally. I'm clocking Daryl totally different from what Vicky clocking him.
Okay.
I'm clocking Daryl like y'all say y'all had all of this shit, and y'all said y'all was all rich and famous, and y'all supposed to be all of that. So I'm gonna come down here to find out what you was charged for. I don't really like you like that. And I'm fixing to come down here and find out what's really going on, because my wife and me been listening to this mess in the streets, in the YouTube streets. And we've been hearing this and that and the other. And yes, we saw your buckwheat butt on the TV. And so I need to come down here and find out what is the way I'm clocking Daryl. And he said, and the way he offered his help to him, he offered help like, what do you want me to do? That's like, how you doing today? And I really don't even care no more, really want to know, but it's just, a figure of speech. It sounded like a figure of speech to me. And it don't seem like Daryl was interested in nothing he was saying when Buckwheat was giving all of these excuses about, they throw these charges on me and they take them off, they put them back on, take them off. And you look at the indictment and you'll see for yourself. You'll see what's going on. Daryl like, ninja. Daryl didn't look like he believed nothing that Buckwheat was saying, nothing at all. Didn't look like he was going to lift a finger to help Shirley out or Buckwheat, but it did look like he wanted to see why he came down. He came down there to see why he was in jail, because just like Buckwheat and Miss Cotton Candy, they was doing projection. He jealous of us. He jealous of us. He not jealous of y'all. Y'all play like y'all was all of that, so he want to see why come this prestigious man that's got this rich and famous life on IG. Why is your rich and famous husband on in jail? Why is he locked up? So that's what Daryl was giving me. Like Buckwheat said, he came solely down there to be nosy, not to lift a finger, not to help out, but just to get the tea. And to find out what kind of law you got going on. So if I find out what kind of lawyer you got going on, I'm trying to figure out your chances. Figure out if you're gonna be in jail or not, if this is just a small stint, or if you're gonna be going down to the big house. Okay. And then Buckwheat telling him, well, we ain't getting no divorce. You trying to tell him y'all not gonna get no divorce because you want him to feel like Shirley is okay with what you're doing. You want him to feel like Shirley is okay by you being in jail, because the reason why you in jail is not for what these people saying that it is. It's very small and it's very minimal, and they just got him in jail and they got the wrong person. So you trying to give Daryl this impression that Shirley's on board with all of this so that Daryl can possibly help you and Shirley out. And what man tells another man to go, I don't care if you are in jail. That's not their responsibility to go take your wife to go do nothing, not one thing. Because at the end of the day, she should lean on her family and friends in a time of need. You don't ask a neighbor to do something that your family should be helping you do. And I understand that he's in jail or whatever, but she should have her own tribe that she can lean and depend on in case her man go to jail. Because Lord forbid something happened to me, I guarantee you my kids ain't going next door to find out what they can do to help me. And like she said, Vicky, this was Dion's mama neighbor, right? So Daryl don't know Buckwheat like that. He don't really know him like that. But, he see Dion driving all these nice fancy cars. He see Buckwheat driving all these nice fancy cars. And he see that Buckwheat is married to Shirley. So he's trying to figure out the story just like the rest of us are. He's trying to figure out why this prestigious rich man is in jail. And that's what I get from Daryl. And like I said, he ain't trying to help him out. And I didn't know that he was talking to Sonia. But even if he was talking to Lil Scooter, he only talking to her so he can get some more information because he knows it, like the rest of us. And that's all I got to say about it for right now.
And girl, we agree for a change.
Lord have mercy. Lord Jesus.
Y'all get the shower down there in the chat, baby. It's amen.
It's gonna snow in May.
Nesto was fasting and praying for a reason.
But that's what I get from Daryl, though. I don't get anything about Daryl trying to help him out or nothing like that. I get Daryl trying to get the tea like the rest of us.
Yeah, and see, Daryl might have helped him. He might have helped him had he said anything legitimate that sound halfway legitimate, because there's nobody in jail that don't have no idea why they in jail. So that's the first line when Daryl was like, okay. And that's why Daryl probably don't talk a lot, but he's just like, okay. So, and I think had he came up with something realistic as what he wanted him to do, like Nesto, all he wanted him to do was go help Shirley take the truck out. The truck is over there in them people yard. Take the truck and go and help Shirley. Either do you have somewhere you can park the truck till Shirley can trade it in, or do whatever she gonna do with it. And You didn't even say that. What you said sounded so sketchy that they're like, nah, dog. And then when he went home and talked to his wife said, I wish you would. I wish you would. Because there's no way that you finna go be doing all this for somebody else's wife. You got life messed up. And that's why I put in the chat that Daryl is a real, air quotes, real married man. Because there's no way that you finna be doing all that for somebody else dang on husband. And like, it's so stupid because, like I said, if y'all got all this money and y'all got all this stuff, where's Shirley assistant? Where's Shirley people? Why she can't do this? But see, that's like I told y'all, he's not telling everybody the scam. Everybody left hand don't know what the right hand doing because everybody don't know the scam. Because that's why he's not putting it all out there, because he don't want everybody to know what's going on. But if you had told somebody partial or whatever, maybe they wouldn't have no problem. And see, if I was talking to Daryl, I would have been like, let Shirley tell you, we don't need you to do much. She just needed somebody to help her out because usually that's stuff I do. And that's it. You ain't got to tell Daryl much. Let him go talk to Shirley, because what you said showed me that I was right. You did not graduate elementary school. It shows that I was right, because you couldn't even explain a basic, go help Shirley out with the truck. That's all you had to say. And Shirley could have let him know what she needed done. You act like Shirley is an invalid. And that's part of the reason why you in this situation. Because had you gave Shirley more responsibility, she might have been your Cody. But you messed up. You messed up. And then Daryl's sitting there like, okay. Because that's exactly how I be sitting there. I ain't saying too much. I know all this recorded. I ain't stupid. And I'm like, And when Daryl went and talked to his wife said, don't you answer another call from them people. Not nary call, okay? Because the next time you answer a call, you gonna be getting the case too. Let it go. Because what they said was right. Because what makes it right is they took everything. I don't know any scammers who've gotten caught where at the end of the day, when you get locked up, you have nothing. You have no home. You have no vehicle. You really have nothing. And knowing that Shirley on the radio every day, this woman is making all kind of money, and you have nothing. She don't even have her clothes. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. And Daryl was like, peace, be gone, be still, because I am not touching it with a 10-foot pole either. And girl, I'm in such awe. Me and I said what I said. We girl, we on the same page today. Okay.
He was like, peace be with you, brother.
May the forces be with you.
He threw that fist.
May the forces be with you.
My brother, keep your head up. Nesto thought Erica could get him out quickly. Now he's embarrassed that can you get my lawyer phone number? Erica came.
Yeah, because y'all got to remember, he was fresh off her getting that warrant dismissed. So yeah, he thought getting that lady charged, knowing he was the one that was doing the crooked mess to her. Yeah, he was calling her, but you called her by the wrong name. You should have said her April Holloway, not Erica King. You fool.
Yeah, Jim Chick there. So you know what to do. Hell, this ain't your first rodeo.
You got 19 cycles. Yeah, and why the hell he hired BC? Let's take it back. Because baby, you got a 10-piece. When you hired BC for that federal case, you should have went with somebody else from the get-go.
Right. And at the end of the day, I can just see them flaunting all those cars in front of Dion's mom's house. You know, especially Dion. Every time he coming over there, he's stunting in a new car. He's stunting in a different car.
Even though, like my daddy, I'll be stunting like my daddy.
Yeah, he's stunting like his daddy. Even though the tires is barrel, and
no gas,
that's probably
on
E. Yeah, on E, gas hand on E, tires on the threads, and wire hanging all the way from the tires. That's why he was having all those wrecks, especially when it rained. Each car got some type of rigging that you have to do to turn it on, like the truck. Well, you got to do this and you got to do that to turn that old truck on.
Give it that black tire.
Yeah. Everything got a special way to use. And it look good on the outside, but go under the hood, and it's a bunch of junk, just like they are. Some junk. Day traders is what they are. and they're fronting and stunting, and Daryl just came down there to see, okay, well, Daryl just kind of like, he knew they was a sore, but Daryl went down there to pull the scab off the sore to see what's underneath there, to see if it's white meat or if it's pink meat. That's that's what Daryl went down there for. He went down there to see, what kind of meat is under this scab, and how long you gonna be in here, and how much trouble are you really in, because he seemed like a very knowledgeable man, and he seemed like he's calm, and he seemed like he'll listen. He don't do a lot of talking, and people that don't talk a lot, they listen a lot, right? And so Daryl seemed like he got a steady hand. So he came down here because he can't believe everything social media is saying, because he see social media putting their own opinion in it. They reading some documents, but they also putting their own spin on it. So he gonna go down here and talk to get it from the horse's mouth to see what the horse got to say. And the horse was up there lying. Horse spewing all kind of lies and conspiracy. The horse is spitting out more conspiracy theories than we are. He's spitting out more lies than the social media streets are. And really, Daryl, you'd be better off listening to the social media streets, because they're telling the truth versus the horse. Because house is lying. and don't buckwheat look extra buck, and it's called buckwheatish.
Yep.
Lady T-Bug. He was looking extra buckwheatish today.
Okay,
And
wheatish.
wheatish. And I don't know, was he on that? You remember, because he said he was going to grow his hair out. He wasn't gonna,
This was in October 2022 and November 2022.
been there 4 months. So he probably was trying to be unrecognizable. And that's why he wasn't grooming, because remember, by the time February, March of the next year, he already had that Moses beard and trying to look unrecognizable, because he didn't really want nobody to recognize him. So that's why he was in there looking a hot mess, like rats been gnawing on his head. And he didn't want to do no grooming or whatever, but he was still optimistic at that time too. So he was thinking he was gonna get out any day now, like he's still thinking today.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna be out by Christmas, remember? And something else I thought about too, since this was basically, we all assumed that, we know that he knew Dion and his mama before he met Nesto, because we heard that. So
yeah, I just got that from the call.
Yeah, you played it. You played it for us again when you played it for us. So also, I was thinking Dion mama and his wife still cool. They talking. And then his wife talking to him, go down there and find out what's going on. Go talk to his mama. See what's going on. And Dion mama, while she up here stroking his ego on these calls, when she talking to her girl, y'all know, like I know, she was like, yeah, he did it. Did it. He did it. Yeah. Whatever they say he did, he did. He did that. That's what he is. That's why. Why would Daryl ask you how many hoes do you have, sir? Because Daryl know that you are, and all that. I ain't been convicted of nothing since 2000 is a total complete lie. We know it's because you had a probation case. It's a total complete lie. Why are you lying? You quit lying to people, and that's the thing. Like, if you tell them the public stuff, the stuff that you can tell, but I gotta constantly think about, first, you didn't graduate elementary school, and second, you don't know that everybody know, because it's public record now, what's really going on. And Dion mama been talking to his wife, and they know you got hoes. A lot of times when people ask you questions, they know the answer. They just ask you to see if you're gonna lie. And he sat up there and lied, and Daryl was like, I ain't messing with this one, because he up in here lying. If he wasn't lying or told me to talk to Shirley, he might help, because just like she just said, he seems like he's the type that he probably came to actually see if he could help.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You ruined it.
And Daryl's wife told him, go down there, find out what the hell is going on, and don't you say shit.
Well, he didn't make any promises to him that he would help Shirley. But Nesto, he thinks he can bark orders at grown men, and like that just is what it is. And it's like, nobody. You're not paying anybody to do this. Shirley's thinking that people are doing this because Nesto's such a nice person, and that people are willing to people are just going to help him out. And he's got her under the belief that he was just helping so many people out here
Mhm.
in the streets that
Mhm.
yeah, that people are going to come through and help out. Maybe she threw him a few dollars or something. But this man don't owe you anything. From what it seems like, he don't owe you any money. He doesn't owe you time. You lucky he came down there to just like to see you twice. I mean, when he came back to back, I thought he came. No, I thought he came one other time.
Well, then Buckwheat's defense, though, Daryl asked him, "What do you need me to do?"
I mean, he asked him, but then he did the ring around the rosy answer. He gave him the,
He
Yeah, because
did.
what he told him wasn't even a direct anything that I could do. Because what
Right.
he told him was very confusing. It was
like
very
that's what I was saying earlier. It's like the way he answers questions. It's yeah. What do you need me to do? Then a normal person would say, I need you to take Shirley to go find a cheap car to just something to
Mhm.
ride around in. Um, and the here is what we need to go with her budget and her credit. Her credit's not great. Here's her budget. But he's not saying that like that. He's giving these old countrified scamming ass, pimping ass answers that are like, I'm not a scammer, I'm not a pimp, I'm not country. Please talk to me like a normal human being and in normal language. Shan, I think you're giving him too much credit. I think he can graduate pre-K. I don't think he
Nah,
grad.
I think he did pre-K because his mama didn't like him much, so she had to get out the house.
Right. She had to get rid
But
of him.
they had
Yeah.
pre-K back then, did they? In the
Yeah,
No,
it was
60s?
free for everybody back then.
no, they didn't have no pre-K in the 60s. We went to
We barely could, they barely could go to school down here. That's
right,
why they had Ruby Bridges over there
right.
with high security. She the only one had security, baby.
And I'm the same.
Okay.
I'm the same age frame as them, and they didn't have. Well, I don't
That's
know
what I'm
how.
saying.
I
They
don't
ain't
know
had.
They was
about where
getting
they
They
are.
attacked.
did.
They
They
was
had it.
getting
They had.
hung.
No, but we didn't
They
have
was
it.
getting attacked. They was getting hung. They was
Right.
Yeah,
getting
but we
beat
didn't have it
down
then,
here in the
though.
South
It,
trying to go to school.
Well,
because you
in
went to the
Georgia, they had the
nursery,
little street.
but
In
we did.
Georgia, they had the little schoolhouses. My grandma went, and
Well,
she would
at
have
the
been
end
like
of the
100
day,
right now.
but you had to wait till you, like in our state, you had to wait. Like if your birthday was after September or whatever, or August or whatever, you had to wait till the next year to even go to school.
They had Head Start. They said
Well,
Yeah,
Head
that's
Start.
still
yeah.
down here.
Yeah,
Like
I
Head Start back
that
then. No, they hadn't. Yeah, I agree with that.
they
ain't
started
Head
that.
Start pre-K. What is pre-K?
Head Start is like a private. Isn't that a private?
No,
Yeah,
no,
this
Head
I,
it's
I,
Start.
No, it's
here in
pre-K.
Florida
It's
it's
pre-K.
separate. Here in
I don't know.
Florida
Well,
it's
it's
separate.
the age, y'all. It's the difference is the age. Cause like my daughter went to pre-K and she was like 3 years old.
I think I started when
Or
Because
Head
kindergarten
Start.
is fifth. Anything before kindergarten is pre-K, right? And that's Head Start. It's the same thing.
Here in Florida, we have Head Start is different from pre-K. You could go to at the schools,
right.
like
Yeah. It's
but Head Start is
pre-kindergarten.
totally different.
Yeah,
Here in Florida,
I never
Yeah.
went to a Head Start.
Georgia Pete said their Head Start is 4 and up in the chat.
I
So
did
that's why I
like
said
yeah,
that.
I went to
but
Catholic
it's two
schools.
separate things here in Florida.
Yeah, Catholic school.
It's
They
two
was a little.
different programs. It's two different programs. Sorry, Vicky.
No, I'm sorry. Catholic school was a little different. They did whatever. I believe I started pre-K at 2, and I was at that school until I was about 10 or 11. So I was in kindergarten at 4. So it was like that was different. I had got baptized and all that stuff. So, I mean, I would think that where Nesto's from, because he's from like small town Georgia, right? He's not from Atlanta. if I'm not
So
Right.
is my
mistaken.
grandmother.
But at
Yes.
the end of the
So is
day,
my
it's not
grandmother.
mandatory either. So it
It's
depends
not
No,
on
it's
right.
not.
it
It's
depends
not.
That's
on
why
if
I say
you're
his mama put him out.
if his
That's why I
mama
said
sent him
she
or not.
put him out.
Yeah, it's not mandatory for you to even do Head Start. And so really kindergarten is the only thing that's mandatory when as far as school go, and everything else is kind of optional. So the parents can send their kids to pre-K or Head Start or whatever it's called in your state if they want to. It's always been an option.
Yeah, but okay, now let me explain to y'all why I say pre-K and Head Start. So pre-K here is public schools have pre-K. Some public schools have pre-K, which is before kindergarten. Whatever programs that they offer to public schools before kindergarten. However, my kids went to Head Start, which was kind of like almost daycare-ish because it's from 0 to 4. So it's kind of different depending on where you live at. But what I was talking about was my grandmother was from the dirt roads up there in Georgia. So what she went to was a small house. Like that's what she told us. She started going when she was a little girl. It wasn't, I don't know if it was called those things, but she was going to the schoolhouse for black people. Because at that time, of course, we know like it was whatever was in your neck of the woods. And they was really in the backwoods up there because I can't go to her town, just drive out there because I don't know how to get there. Because you got to know how to get there.
Well, the sour taste he have in his mouth, he act like his ass was in the fields at 4, and then he went to school at 8 or 9, and then he dropped out at 12.
Shit, Nesto's probably in the bar rooms with the way he said about his, like, talked about his parents, the little brief tidbit he gave us about his parents, he was chasing behind his mama and his daddy or tagging along with them to go. They were confronting each other. So it doesn't really sound like he had much structure, and no one has.
A lot of, I mean,
that's everybody.
I can't say because a lot of parents not getting along, and out here with the different things going on. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you still go to school when they had fights though, because my mom had plenty of fights with those ninjas, and we still went to school.
I understand that. So, but my point is that he jumped off the porch from what it seems like. No one's come forward to discount his claim of having this horrible childhood. It seems like he jumped off the porch and started doing his stuff like as soon as he could like really comprehend. I don't think school was a priority for him because he had his first baby at 18. He was in Job Corps at an early age, so school was not a priority. I think he learned how to skim and scam at a young age.
I'm gonna have to give you some pushback on that because just because you have a baby at 18 don't mean school wasn't a priority. I know people that have babies at 18 and go to college.
They're not mutually equivalent.
I waited till you was done.
Go ahead.
Now, what I'm saying, Vicky, is that the little tidbit he said about his parents did not give me enough. You may have got all that from that, but from that, all I got was at the end of the day, that would seem like it may have been the end of his parents' relationship. That's all that it seemed like, and they was tit for tat and showing the kids who was the worst in the marriage. Mm-hmm. It had nothing to do with the actual parenting because you can be an awful spouse and a great parent at the same time. It happens. It does happen because you care about your kids and then you suck as being a spouse. It's just, I think that we can't really gauge a parental or a family structure because guess what? Have you ever heard his kids talk about his family? Now, when you're talking to people, everybody up here that said my cousins, my mama, my siblings, my this, my that, blah, 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 blah. Never have we ever heard him say that, which leads me to believe he's distant from them. And he to me doesn't really talk about a horrible childhood. He just doesn't really talk about it. And everything that he talks about more so has to do with status and class, not necessarily what in his parents was to him and all that. It doesn't. Because to me, he, in my mind, and this is going straight to an opinion now. In my mind, when you don't talk about your family or how we this, and that means you've wronged them so bad or they've wronged you so bad that y'all don't talk. And in my opinion, he didn't wrong them so much, so bad. So I think that he's wronged them so much because at this point, if Nesto was my brother, I would have came out the woodwork and said, "Shut up, dog. Shut up. Shut up." But I'm not gonna do that if you've done some stuff that you can't come back from. That's all I'm thinking. And it's just that doesn't. And somebody just said he said his dad worked all the time. That doesn't mean that he didn't have a structure because mom might have been that structure and dad was just the provider. It just doesn't. I think for me, I haven't heard enough to say what I can say about his home life because I don't believe him in the first place as much as he says. But it sounds like
I can believe that. I mean, I can believe he.
Remember, he lets out a high school picture. Remember, y'all, he got that high school picture.
I haven't seen his high school.
You know what he give me? He give me knucklehead. He
But
give me that folks was trying to tell him what to do, and he was
mhm.
just so headstrong and hard headed that he didn't want to listen to
That's what I was
nobody,
trying to
and
relay.
he mad at his parents for whatever reason. And so since he mad at everybody, remember he was mad at his mom for the damn insurance money. We know that for a fact because he said, well, we don't know it for a fact, but that's what he said. She got all that insurance money and didn't give him none. So his whole life has been centered around money and status. And he
Mhm.
did, and it gives me, you would kind of, it don't even give me that y'all was dirt poor. It gives me that y'all didn't have the money that you wanted. Y'all might have had enough corn dogs and hot dogs and shit to eat and
Mhm.
noodles and oodles, but it wasn't what you wanted. It wasn't good enough for you. But it sounds like to me you had the normal, the normal childhood that most black kids had, because
Mhm.
keep in mind in the 70s and 60s we didn't have much anyway, right? And so it gives me you had some potatoes and beans like every damn body else, and that just wasn't good enough for you. You wanted some caviar
Yep, and that's why
and
the
Yep.
corn
shrimps.
hash. That's why hash ain't so good.
Right.
When my granddaddy loved him some hash, even though he could afford something a little better, he still may have my grandma making him some hash. So I don't,
Now
and
if they
some chitlins and some hog head cheese and all that stuff you
Well, that,
made.
that's what I
Like,
was just getting ready to say. Now, if they was trying to make him eat that hog head cheese and that meat with that white shit around it, I don't blame him. I wouldn't have wanted that either because I opted to get a peanut
That
butter
is
sandwich.
delicious.
Just give me some
That is
bologna. I'll eat
delicious.
bologna.
I'm
Look, I
only
opted to
saying
get a
that
peanut butter
Nesto
Hoghead
sandwich
wouldn't
every
eat
cheese is
time
that.
they served
delicious.
that.
Nesto wouldn't eat that. I love the spicy hog head cheese. That was the first and only spicy thing I ate as a kid because
Is
I didn't
that
even like
hog head
spicy
cheese,
stuff.
that meat with that white stuff around it?
Yep,
No, that's
yep.
liver cheese.
Oh, liver
Liver
cheese.
No, it don't
cheese.
have it
Hog
around it.
head
It's
cheese look like that kind of too.
Hoghead
yeah,
cheese is
hoghead
like
cheese is
is
all
like
white.
is hoghead cheese is like sauce. Like if you
Don't
live
it look
if
like it's got cracklings in it or something like
Yeah,
that?
it
it's
does.
got
Yeah.
fat in it,
It got
Yeah.
things
it's
in it. Yeah,
gelatinous. You can make it at home. It's good. It's hard.
it looks more like it looks like the stuff that Vicky was just talking about, the liverwurst, but it has the little things in it. It has
Yeah.
little
You know, Farmer's
like
House. They say
Now
liver
see,
yeah.
pudding,
yeah.
collagen. Somebody talking about collagen.
And see, and see, he came in a time that I came when Nixon was giving out them commodities, and he probably
Oh
didn't want them
man,
commodities. He didn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want that canned
listen,
spam and that canned chicken and
commodities
that
is where it's at.
You gotta
dry
eat what you
milk
can
and that
get, Nesto.
cheese. Yeah, he didn't want.
I only
He
ate
didn't want that
spam
food.
fried. I could. My
Mm-mm.
grandfather,
With some
my
cornmeal.
mom's dad would only fry it. He fried that. He fried the little hot dogs. What's the things called?
Vianas.
Viennas. He
Ugh.
he boiled Viennas in the can. That's why I
Boiling them.
said these days, yes. He
Yeah.
popped the top, set it in a pot and boiled it, and we ate it. And he gave us the container wrapped in paper towel, and we ate straight
Yeah.
from that thing. I was like thinking about that. I'm getting the C word. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, remember. They used to do. We used to get so much stuff that now they would be like, "Oh my God, it's
Right.
gonna take you out," and all this other stuff. It
Right.
didn't then.
Right.
And who ate?
Nixon gave us all kind of commodities.
I love pork and beans and hot dogs. I don't know about nobody else. Ooh, child.
Pork and beans and weenies was. I mean, all the poor
But you
folk
had to
food.
cut
Like
mine all the
those
way up.
were. Those are no. All that stuff now is expensive. It's
Yeah.
sad that all of
It's a
our
no
like
for me out the bush to say it's a no for me.
all
Even
of that.
our oxtails, Vicky. Remember
Man,
our oxtails used to be so cheap.
Oh
oxtails
my
used
God.
man oxtails, turkey necks, ham hocks, all that stuff. Those were like the scraps that we used to get, or you can go buy those for
He didn't
cheap. You
like
can go.
that powdered milk. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Vicky.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I hated
okay.
the
Like
powdered milk.
the powdered milk. I don't like powdered milk, but that was good when we had chicken pox. It was good to take. They made us take baths and that for when we had chicken
Baby, I
pox.
ate that with my cereal, so I
I
didn't
hate
like it, but
powdered milk,
hell, I
but
was
I
so
love
hungry and
powdered
I ate
eggs. I still will eat today.
Ew.
Eat some powdered eggs. Oh man,
I didn't
powdered
even eat
eggs.
eggs till I was an adult.
But
It's a
but
lot of stuff I
basically
wouldn't
though,
eat.
what I'm saying is Buckwheat had all them commodities. He was just
Hmm.
too good for it, he because everything is
He
about
still
high class with him, everything high class. But and that's another thing, y'all. He's so high class about everything, right? And
no, he's
then
not.
when he's talking about, I know he ain't, but when he was talking
And
about
he
when
bougie. And
but
remember
yeah, he
Johnny
bougie. But when he was talking about that money, well, we're gonna see what kind of little money she got to get her a little car. Everything became real little when he talking to Daryl. Did y'all know? Did y'all catch up on that? Everything was real little. Her
Somebody
little
was
money.
asking about that. That's why I ran it back, but I didn't catch what they were trying to say.
Her little money and her
A
little
change or
car, the
something.
little
They said.
change she got. Everything
he
was little.
minimizes what she does. Like he has to minimize the distress that she's in. He not minimize, but he has to minimize like her value right now. Like she can't do anything. She needs all this help. But he's kind of set her up in such a place where she definitely does need all this assistance because she doesn't know what's what, where's this at, where's that at.
Right.
But I mean, if Shirley would have just sat still and not paid his attorney
Georgia.
bills.
But that's in Georgia, because if you think about it, what we've been talking about up here, because even like with the tags, it's different in Georgia than it is to California. Because in California, they got to get the smog test and all that. So going to Georgia, she just didn't know how to operate in Georgia, and he took that and ran with it. Because remember when they got married, they went back to California. So once he came here, he just made everything so foreign to her and took advantage.
Yeah.
And I think that's how he slid in there.
In California, they register. They like when you buy a car, they register. They register your tags for you. Like here, here in Nevada, they don't really do that. You got to go pick up your green slip and go register your car. After like the whatever the time frame is after financing, but. Yeah, like Cali, that's a part of like the negotiate. They'll pay for the registration, all that stuff. So it was thing she knew how to do stuff. But yeah, you're right. He basically
Everything was little and small.
But he made her seem like stupid. And she's not a stupid woman. I don't think Shirley's stupid by any means. I think she's dense as a motherfucker. But she's not stupid by any means. She allowed herself to like get taken advantage of in a serious way, and to where it just got out of hand. But him, when he's talking to Daryl, yeah, she gonna need a car to run around with. She could have found if she would have just waited it out for her girlfriend to get there, or just even go. She could have got a service. Like the money that she makes.
Well, he said she was gonna rent a car. Remember, he said she need to go rent her a little car and with her little money, and everything was just little.
That money
but at
ain't
the
little.
end of the day, like I said, y'all stunting when you was free. When you was free, everything was big. And now that you in jail, everything is small. Everything is little this and little that, and it's all little. But it makes sense what Shan was saying. She could operate in California, but she couldn't operate in Georgia because it's like a foreign land to her. She don't know where nothing is at. She don't know, even when she was trying to explain to him when she was going to go shopping or whatever, she really wasn't familiar with the cities and, all the little suburb places. You could tell she's still not really that familiarized with Georgia, with Fulton County, like he is. That's his stomping ground, and you can tell it's not her stomping ground at all. And, she's still trying to get familiar with the city. And a lot of times with a lot of women, and I'm one of them, if I'm not driving there, hell, I don't know where I'm going unless I drive myself. And I got to take myself 2 or 3 times. Some women are just not, when it comes to driving and going to places. I used to stay lost when I was in the Metroplex when I first got there. And I guarantee you guys, it took me about 5 years to even just get back to my house from my job, because I worked 25 miles from where I lived, and I would get confused because the freeways, they go north, south, east, and west, and they all have the same numbers. And it just depends on what city you're going to.
I'll tell you about Georgia. I said what I said because when I visited, maybe a few years ago, when I was there, two years, the driving from going from California, Chicago, Dallas, places like that to Georgia is totally different. And then when we looked it up a while back, Atlanta area is a multitude of little cities. The Fulton County, the way the counties broke up and everything like that, it's weird. And I was like, I understand, because his whole thing was, let's go back to my stomping grounds, like you said. Let me get her, because remember, I am still a full believer in the fact that she been marked from day one, and it was she making this money. I could do this, that, and the third with that money. I got it. And her name, her Z-list name. So he was like, if I can get her back to Georgia, because he noticed when he went to California how differently it operates from California to Georgia, because California charge you for their services. They send you your tags. You go get your smog test. Once it's in the computer that you pass, they just mail your shit. They don't ask you to come find the kiosk, go pick it up, and all this other stuff. And it's like, it's not like, you know, there's like in California, I can say this because I've been there. You go in certain places and it's like, okay, I'm going here. Boom, it's here. In Atlanta, and I only say this because I've been there several times. Like I said, my family is from the area. So it's different from traveling these city streets to going to somewhere like Atlanta and then have to go out a little bit. Because from Atlanta, and LC could probably agree with me, from Atlanta to McDonough, I was like, what the heck? Because it was kind of confusing for me because I hadn't been there for a while, because McDonough now is not McDonough back, what, 30 years ago last time I was really there and was traveling around like that. So it's like, dang, I'm kind of lost a little bit here, because I thought this was like it was before, and it's not, because we was kind of in and out before, but we was only in Metro Atlanta. This time, because I'm older and we had certain restaurants we wanted to catch, certain places we want to go to, and it was like, oh, okay, we going here, there. It can be confusing. And like you said, if she's not, what I call it, if she's directionally challenged, which some people are, not just women, but some people are directionally challenged, she can get lost, because Elle said, where we not saying nothing against Georgia roads, what I'm saying is it's confusing, because going from McDonough to the airport, we ran into that mall and ate at ate where Dennis ate at the place, the little food court he be going to. That's how I knew what it was, because we kind of got lost a little bit because we made the wrong turn and we ran into the mall. So I can see, because I feel like it's no slight on Shirley, but I'm a little bit more intelligent than she is, I feel like. And if I'm getting around like that, me and my people, how is she, and she's under the spell? Because we wasn't under the spell. We was hanging, having fun. She
directional challenge like me.
Yeah. So sure, I can and this is the first time that made me think about that. And Shirley don't know how to use GPS, Lady T Wood. And I will say that now that I'm thinking about it, California is much easier to navigate with everything than Georgia, from what we're gathering, even from the court system. You know, it just the way the Georgia court system work down there don't work that way up here. So it's like, you know, and she from Chicago.
But guys, people are saying that GPS can save her. GPS can save her today. But was GPS around when they moved to Georgia in 2009 or 2008 or whatever?
Yes.
It's always been around. I had a time. But again, Shirley's challenged in certain areas.
But I noticed though with GPS, like even today, sometimes I GPS because I'm in this rural area, and some of these roads, you know, some of these roads are county roads, right? And so my GPS still will take you to the wrong place in some of these areas. So I don't know if Georgia is like that, but I know where I live it's like that. It'll take you to the wrong spot because it's thinking you want to go one place, and keep in mind they are just now naming all of our county roads, because we had a lot of country roads that didn't even have names. You know, people just knew where they lived, and the postman just knew where it was at because, you know, they've been around for 30 or 40 years or 50 or whatever. But a lot of our roads didn't even have names to them. And now they have names. They had to go back and rename all of the roads, and they make them, you know, county road this and county road that. But for the longest, a lot of our streets didn't even have names on them.
Yeah,
well, honey, she was going to the mall and places like that. GPS could help her.
Yeah, but I don't think Shirley would know how to do a GPS. Shirley probably didn't even have a BlackBerry. Shirley probably just got rid of her flip phone.
Right.
I don't think. I think because even now she didn't even know how to connect. Shirley, you can't spell connect. He's saying connect. We can hear the man saying connect. So I mean, come on now.
And
she could have went to the website. She could have went to the
don't y'all shoot
website.
me. Don't y'all shoot me in the chat. But it's a lot of people
driving in Chicago. How's it driving in Chicago?
It's not like that. It's more city.
The train.
It's Chicago has signs, more signage than anywhere I've ever been. Because the first time I went to Chicago, I was a teenager by myself, and they have more signage than anywhere I've ever been. And it's like she said, it's a train or some kind of like transportation.
Transportation.
They have they have a lot of public transportation, and they got a lot of like the maps. Like, you know how you go, like you go to their bus, a lot of their bus stops got a map of what bus you need to take, and they give you the route and all that stuff. They have really like Chicago is easy to navigate, because like I said, I did it by myself as a teenager, and they have various modes of transportation. They got trains, buses, they got everything. Cabs.
They said she was no train, but you know, she
I bet
probably
you
had a
was
car.
on a train.
You know, with the radio station that she was working with, they may have had her a car or something. But you know, Shirley got that iPhone, and she ain't the only one. It's people that's way younger than Shirley got an iPhone, and half of the people, no, you know, don't
know how to use it.
Don't shoot me in the chat, but it's a lot of people don't even know how to use their iPhone. So I wouldn't.
But that's operator error, because iPhones are the bee's knees. Because I want my mother to get one, but she just won't, because she more like using a PC on that Android. But if she got an iPhone, we would be able to connect to her better. And she just didn't want to do it because she didn't want to learn, because you can't just connect iPhones to everything. So she didn't want to. So she didn't want to learn. And see, that's the thing. She didn't want to learn something new. And Shirley probably got an iPhone and don't even know how to use it, like you said, because all you got to do is click that map, click the voice, take me to somewhere. Or you got to just hold the thing, because it comes with Siri already enabled. Once you set it up, Siri.
Well, I know she don't know how to use it. Remember, she didn't even know how to add a call on when he told her to call somebody.
Yeah, and that's
what they did. They have recently updated. They did some pretty new updates. It kind of shocked me too, like with some of the updates that they did. So, I mean, but this was back then.
No, ma'am, because iPhones for at least.
Let me hold on.
We gonna move on from the iPhone, because our team Android. Okay,
no, I'm just saying about the add a call. iPhone, while you're talking, has a button that say add. So if she can get that, she can't get nothing. That been there for at least 5 years.
She may not have known that. And again, Shirley is not used to talking on three-way. This is somebody who, she is a private person. She ain't used to having no damn three-way calls and connecting calls in from jail and all that stuff. No, and then the Connect Network thing. That was I don't know. That's his stupidity too. I'm not just gonna.
Because he did not give her the right amount of numbers.
CONN.
He said it was on the board. He told her what was on the board.
CONNICT.
Did he write it on the damn board? Because apparently it wasn't wrote on the board. Right.
Another inmate wrote that down, and he followed the lead. But as many times as he done passed that website out, you would think that he would have it written down, or he would have the phone number written down. And he gave her 9 numbers, and she's literally telling him, "Hun, that's not enough." But that again, that goes back to how he programmed her. Like maybe she thought, I don't know. That was stupid.
Georgia Peach is saying with this comment. That was a part of his conning her, handle everything financially. He ruined her credit and didn't use. Baby, he didn't have no credit. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul with her money, as long as she had shopping money. Thanks, George.
Right.
While he started now asking her about her damn credit score. Ninja, what's your credit score? 5?
I would have been like, 6, please.
Well, he ain't got no credit. I'm like, she thought when she said she needed a co-signer she wanted to get a Dodge Defender or whatever it is. And she said she needed a co-signer, or she needed to pay cash or get a co-signer. Why couldn't she use Nesto's credit? Shit. I mean, like he used her
credit.
I know,
I
but
forgot
still.
y'all said y'all can buy stuff without providing information. I have not.
His
had that
credit is 000. He can't get.
I want .000.
I really do wonder what he had. If he has. I wonder if he has anything at all in his credit. I'm serious. No. When I was sitting there listening to that, I was replaying that call when this was at the restaurant when she was trying to get off the phone with him, and he was mad because she was trying to he was trying to keep her on the phone, and she was trying to get off the phone, and you tell him to go walk around and everything. She's like, I want to get a Dodge Defender, but they said my credit wasn't good enough, or I need to pay cash. And I'm like, well, here's the thing. Like, I know that every husband and wife is different. Every couple is different. Even if you're not husband and wife, longtime partners. Generally, in my experience, what we have done is if I need a cosigner, that will be my cosigner. It's like, babe, okay, I need to do this. This is the new, what we're going to be doing. But she didn't even like
But you
think.
regular people though. You regular. They're not regular people, Vicky. You got that mixed up. They're not regular.
Mm,
And at the end of the day, while y'all asking about his credit, which damn aliases are we gonna use? Because he used 30 of them. And
I know
what's the security number are we gonna attach
I
to
was
his
just about to say that
Which
his social
social,
security
yeah.
number is flagged like every capital in this country is flagged. They got 15 flags up there,
like
and
the
as soon
damn
as they
flags
run
they
it, they
use
might
at
come arrest
NASCAR.
you. They
Like
might
them
come
flags
arrest
they
you.
use at NASCAR, Shannon.
Yeah, all around the
Everything
stadium.
is flagged. Yes. So like which name, which social, which spelling who we gonna use for his credit?
I mean, none of his cars.
And I guarantee you, he probably every name and social that he attached himself to, I guarantee you he messed up the credit on all 30 of them.
Hmm. And that's why when you look at that paperwork, it says who she works for, how much she makes, and he even had that wrong because he couldn't even break down 400 a year. He had that too low. So to me, that just tells me that something is this man. Well, we know he can't add. I'm gonna stop saying that, but he doesn't know anything about anything because you can tell that he just don't know. Like, because the application was so incomplete. It just, every time I think about it, I'm like, my little nieces could have filled out a better application than that because it was so incomplete. And I think just like that car salesman didn't even care, and they just knew that, okay, he always coming in with cars and money and he a good customer, so we're gonna keep him happy. We're gonna let him put whatever he want to put down here. We ain't checking nothing. And like somebody in there said, at some of those places you don't have to show proof, but when he went to the dealership, unless he got with that particular salesperson, he would have had to show something, because I believe I'm not sure if we ever show with my sales guy, the one that I was telling y'all about before, if we ever show him any proof of income, or if he just pulled it up on his phone or whatever. But we never printed nothing out and took it in there. So it just depends on that salesperson. If they can get you approved and you send XYZ, you might get it. So
And
They
remember,
didn't ask.
it was C19 time too, Shane. So remember, a lot of
Yeah.
protocols were,
out the
different.
window.
Well, they were very lax. I mean, when I bought my car during that time frame, and they didn't ask for any proof. They just wanted to know the amount that I made, and
Did
and
you have to send in bank statements?
no, nothing.
Nothing.
It's like how much you want to put
So
down,
just pull it out your butt and tell them anything you want to tell them.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, because I gave them the true amount, and they're like, oh, well, can you say that you don't pay any rent? Because they were like, my debt to income. I mean, I made the money. I make the money, but they're like, your debt to income ratio is too high for this. And I'm like, okay, just say you don't pay any rent. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and some of them do that too, though. You're absolutely right. Whether it's
So I
C19 or not, they do that. Well, we'll
They need that
they try to
sale.
make sure you get qualified, so they'll tell you they'll miss some information, or they'll make it
right.
right so that you can get what you want.
And I mean, I came in there with like the letter from my bank. I'm like, okay, I want to use this, and they got me a better interest rate on with using another finance company, but they didn't ask for anything, and I'm like, okay, this was different from the last time, because like the last car I bought was shit like 13 years ago, and they were asking, but I was younger then too, so, and I didn't have any credit at that time, but they asked different questions then. Now it's like, come on down, just take which car do you want.
Right.
And
Mhm.
I'm with Shirley's, I mean, truthfully, with Shirley's income, I mean, she should have been I don't know, the way he locked her into that 20, was it 28.49?
Way too
They
Last
much.
thoughts.
Way
oh
too much.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Well, at the end of the
I
day,
put it in
though.
the chat like 10 minutes.
Oh no,
I'm
what are they saying?
sorry.
Last thoughts. I thought the chat was trying to give us last
No,
thoughts.
no, I put
Oh,
it
you
in.
put it in. Okay,
No, but she
okay.
finished now. You finished up what you were saying
Yeah,
now.
girl.
It's
I'm
2
sorry,
hours and
Lady
30
T-Bug.
minutes.
But
Uh,
I was
It's,
just gonna tell this little one little small story. It's not that long.
don't get disconnected. Don't get disconnected up here now. Go
before I
ahead.
give my
No.
before I give my last thoughts, let me just say
Mm-hmm.
this. I bought a Dodge Intrepid about 2012 or 9. No, it was about 2003 or 4. It was early. And and my ex-husband name was on it. So I didn't want it because his name was on it and we were getting a
Mm-hmm.
divorce. So I wouldn't traded it in. And they just gave me that car and I wasn't even approved for a loan or anything. They just went by my bank account because I had been with my bank for like 15, 20 years at that
Oh
point.
yeah.
And they
Mm-hmm.
just automatically approved me. And then they called me back about 2 or 3 days later after all the paperwork went through. And they tried to sell me another vehicle because my bank said, no, we're not approving her or what have you. And it's a big
Mm-hmm.
bank. And a lot of times the big banks don't approve you like that. You have to
Mm-hmm.
get approval through them. And so I was still able to finance the vehicle. But a long story short was I had to go back in there and redo my paperwork again because the salesman, they just pushed it through, said I can take that car. And legally, I
Mm-hmm.
could have just kept that car and made them pay for it or what have you, or made them find out, who could, finance me or what have you. But at the end of the day, that's why I know a lot of those car lots will, they all of them don't dot the I's and cross the T's because those salesmen be trying to make that money and they'll let you have that car without, proper verification. And that's the little small story. T-Bug.
but my like final thoughts in regards just to like Daryl's visit. I don't know what Nesto expected from the man. Like seriously, this is I have to agree with y'all. Like, you are not out here handling your business, and your wife does not know what to do. If you are a businessman out here, your wife should have like an emergency plan in case something would happen to you. And to try to like pigeonhole everybody into helping her out. She's not old and senile. She's older, but she's not old and senile. She may not have known to do a lot of things, but that's Nesto's fault too. He left her like raggedy, stranded, stuck living with somebody else, and making it seem like she's just, she's an invalid. She can't do this all by herself. And instead of like just giving the clear instruction, if somebody would have told me that if I went to visit my friend or my so-called associate friend, whatever they are, and I asked them, okay, how can I help? Well, or what do you need me to do? And I leave out of there more confused than when I came in. I'm not helping. Or I may just call the wife directly. It's like, what do you need help with? But you can't expect everybody to he did not leave a emergency plan on the streets. He went in there with no money in his pocket, no money in his wallet, nothing to put on his books. He went in there he left Shirley with not a place to stay. Her car got repoed. So you want everybody to come in and pick up the pieces for you for a mess that you created? No, sir. No, sir. You gonna have to find something else. Like that's just too much. And we're not tight like that. Even Dre wasn't stepping in and doing that. Dre letting you a little money, but he ain't going down there and trying to help Shirley rebuild her life. They don't know Shirley like that. They respect her, but they don't know her like that. So it's just funny, like, and I don't understand why he went back to Daryl and he tried to make Cynthia go back in and tap that resource again. That because it obviously wasn't a resource because he never did help Shirley, but he thought that Cynthia was gonna be the clincher. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
funny. It's funny, but thank you guys. It was nice talking to y'all, Lady T. Have a good evening. I said what I said, Shan. Everybody in the chat, have a good evening.
You too, Vic. And my final thought is Daryl went down there to be nosy. He had no intentions on helping him. He went, he had no intentions on helping Shirley. It sounded like Shirley and Buckwheat was living in their own cocoon. And that's what happened when you segregate yourself and,
Mm-hmm.
it sounded like to me that they kind of, pushed themselves aside and just lived in their own little world and didn't include anybody into their little world. he made sure that he put a downer on all of her friends so that she can doubt everybody. And so I don't know how close she was to her family prior to him, but the way
Mhm.
that they were in their own little, in their own little world by themselves. And
Mhm.
so, you get stuck like Chuck when you like that. It's okay not to be with your family every day, but you shouldn't just cut all ties away from everybody, because
Mhm.
everybody gonna need somebody. I don't care how much money you making. And sometimes it ain't about money. Your health may go down where you need somebody else. And she see what type of crew that he had. Now he had some backup people that would halfway even just listen to his story, but it don't sound like she had anybody that she could lean and depend on. But I don't blame him for that. I blame her for that, because you should never let no ninja just take over your life this way. It's okay to be on your man's side and to be married to your man and all of that, but don't push everybody away. Keep somebody in your corner, because you never know when you're gonna need to go tap their shoulder and ask them to help you out. But once again, with Daryl wasn't interested in nothing but getting tea. And
Being a teacher.
his wife sent him down there to get the tea because she wasn't believing everything Dion mama was saying. And she told him, go down there, find out what you can find out, and don't say nothing, because the calls are monitored, recorded, and on your social media streets. So even though you got to show your face, just make sure you don't say nothing, because you don't need to be implicated in this case. And that's all I got to say about it.
And don't bust out laughing. Thank you,
Right.
sis.
Because it's funny to me. It's funny. It's And hey to everybody in the chat, and bye to everybody in the chat, because I didn't get to speak to everybody. I was driving, but it's been a great show, and thank you, Lady T-Bug, for letting me come on the panel.
As
And
always.
as always, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna drop down.
Okay. And thanks to Vicky, because I didn't get a chance to thank her before she dropped down. All right, Sharon. And I'm gonna get y'all in the chat. That's why I got it stuck right here so I can make sure I read some of y'all comments.
I ain't even got much to say because today, surprisingly, I said what I said was kind of on point, sis. I totally agree with that. Daryl was like, his wife sent him for the tea, because I would have sent mine for the tea too. Like, man, what happened? You don't know what happened? Go down there and ask this. You didn't ask. What? You need to find out what happened. Where all them cars go? What? Because I bet you his wife had more questions than Daryl sitting there like mine would, like a bump on the log, not really asking a lot of questions. Like, okay, what happened? Because he still didn't get enough tea for me. Because I'd have been like, that's all you got? Oh my God. I should have went with you, because you ain't asked none of the questions I sent you to ask. But I think once Daryl figured out he was on the BS, Daryl was like, I don't even need to know at this moment. I just wait till it all come out. Because I believe at that moment, if you listen, Daryl realized, like, Daryl ain't married to him. He ain't giving Daryl the liquor to LV. So, he realized, like, dang, this one, he lying. Like, you got two hoes and they doing all this. You ain't did nothing. This the setup. You getting set up real good, my sir. Because ain't nobody else getting set up this good. Like, are you serious? Like, oh my God. Like, I think Daryl really, like I said before, and Dion mom and them, they was all talking. The only thing that I disagree with, I said on, is that Dion mama was talking ish with Daryl's wife. She wasn't on board, all that, because I feel like she was pump faking in that call with Nesto, because she yeah, and this and that. Because if he was that great, why you ain't still with him? Or why you ain't get back with him if he's that great? Because come on now. If he's that great, come on. And if he's that great, why your sons or your kids don't seem to be at a higher status that they should be, because he's that great? So don't feed me that load of crap, because I believe Dion mama, because when you get around girls and your neighbor who you always kicking it with, y'all go to talking about everybody. So stop it. And I just think that I really think that Shirley never really even contacted Daryl, because she did not want to talk about what Nesto's charges was and what he was really in there for. After Shirley called once and went to voicemail again, she never called back again, because he didn't save her number or put it in. So I'm just like, Daryl did his job. He did what he came there for, and that's it. He just didn't want no person there, because Daryl was like, I ain't finna be going to jail with y'all. I'm good. And that's it for me. Even though I really like the Daryl moments, they're funny, because he the only one that's not sitting there trying to hype Nesto up. He just like, yep, So what you want me to do for Shirley? And that's it. He didn't say, yeah, I got you, dog. And he disappeared because his wife said, you better not pick up another car and don't go down there no more. And that is it. Thanks. This was very fun. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, Shan. Okay, last thoughts. Keep your independence. You end up stuck like Chuck, aka Shirley. No, I got one for y'all. Where was Nesto living when Shirley met him? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. He was in the RV. You think he was in RV living? I don't understand. I really don't. She makes $400K and didn't pay a darn thing. Because they saying that was Nesto's job. He burned the EIN. He burnt the EINs for his business, created businesses for her, and used those. Also, I can only imagine how many businesses he has. Oh, Shirley, this that as an officer for most verified. Yeah, they be verifying me. True, because sometimes they come back and take the car back. He sending some allegedly. The bank approved the car loan without verification. Yeah, they're saying that the salesman is getting them together. My last thoughts are like always, it was a good time on the front porch with you. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the evening until tomorrow. Okay. Until further notice. Yeah, pre-approval letter. She let Nesto take over all her money like a fool. My husband and I have an account together and separate accounts. Miss E, you back from Bible study? I just went to look at a car. I applied online, so all I needed was a driver's license. Okay, the verification system that they use now, okay, alleviates the need for a lot of paperwork submission. Baby, they say they're not taking nothing. Right. I hope she had a forensic accountant. Yeah, go through all of her credit files and more to see what he's done in her name. I agree with that. Sure, I had to cut them off, y'all. You know they'll go on and on and on. I gotta go to work tomorrow, and I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I test drove it and went home with it the same day. She said, I got a little stirry. Baby, I'm hungry over here. Yes, I hate car salesmen. Okay. Good night. Y'all happens all the time. Yep, it happens all the time. No, she is grown. Not stuck like Chuck. Yes, Shan. No telling what he has done in her name. Yeah, she really do. And not a little scooter, as y'all like to call her. Cynthia got her information too. I'm willing to bet you that once Shirley finally started to believe one lie that he told her, she investigated everything else at Steve's request. I hope so. Well, he asked for Daryl to be nosy because I wouldn't have helped him either. I don't blame you. I don't know what you, especially when the first thing you tell me is they confiscated her car and she need another car. I'm not taking that truck, baby. It could be hot. I believe that Steve had full investigation completed on Nesto, and now Shirley knows. He was trying to tell her, but she initially didn't listen. Yes, happy Wednesday. You have to run the call back. Thank you, Miss E. Nestos was trying to hold it down till y'all came in the chat. I was thinking he owed him some money. A few people said that, Miss E. Daryl was going down the line asking the questions. He couldn't remember what his wife had told him to ask. Well, he had his phone, baby. He should have had them written out, typed up in his little notes over there. I believe she was talking ish about Nesto as she should be. You could see Daryl shut down, baby. I thought Daryl was a referee over there, child, or he worked at the airport. All those signals he was giving out. Daryl never made a promise to do anything messing around with their truck. It's a job for a man's son, Dion, the favorite, the golden child. Nesto was living with Ebony. Oh, girl, he went from Ebony house to Shirley house. I wonder how many businesses he had shared and listed on. They were bold enough to put her on a lease with Charleston White, which is amazing to me. Well, we know he had Black Trust Radio, baby. Okay, when he met Shirley. Okay. Last thoughts, ditto what else Sid said. Okay. And Shan, you will be surprised how silly or crazy in love women can be over the baby daddy, honey. They say once you have a baby, it's always open door policy over there. Thank you for coming to the front porch. You're welcome. Hit the like button on your way out, Miss Issei. Hope Shirley changed her bank account. Yeah, I think she did. Wow, that's right. He gave identity fraud big time. Don't forget he had access to Sheridan kids' socials as well. I hope she has LifeLock. Me too. Jet Black just laughing. Give us some them thirsty balls. I got evicted once. Money was not right, but it was just me. I wish I would get evicted with a whole husband. Right. It's money. If money is tight and we figuring stuff out, that's a different. Yeah, I agree with you. Because baby, what do I need you for? Both of us don't need to be sleeping on a park bench, right?
Yeah. Where is your scooter? Where is your scooter? Where is it?
Baby, the scooter is over there working for them folks. Oh, I got one more comment. LOL. Exactly. All right. Good night, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night.